And we are now live.
Okay. So, hi everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of As the Tengu Flies, a Pathfinder 2nd edition campaign. I am the DM and host, well, not the hostess of the stream, but hostess of the game, Fifi Squeaks, also known as VixFox3. My pronouns are she, her, and I play all the NPCs. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to the hostess.
Hi, my name is Astrid. I am the hostess of the stream, and I play Yarra Shadowtide of House Thul, and our pronouns are she, they. Passing it off to Blasty.
Hello, I'm Blasty, also known as Blastflight. I will be playing Yule the Rider. Both of our pronouns are he, they. I pass it off to Dot.
Hello, I am Dot. I play Iori. Both me and my characters use she, they pronouns, and passing it to Wandren.
Hello, I'm Wandren. I play as Saadi, and our pronouns are both she, her. Pass it off to Drin.
I'm Grumpy. I'll be playing Drin the dwarf. Our pronouns are he and him. I think that's The Last of Us.
That it is.
The Last of Us, Part 2?
Part 3.
Among Us.
Alright, before we actually read the card, I just want to make a quick announcement. I will be muting my mic very frequently today.
She is not probably the best, but we will suffer on through.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, Blasty.
It's all good.
Alright.
Blasty, if you could please give us a recap.
Alright. The team disposed of the Serpents of the gambling den. The Saotome Nibling was rescued without issue. Without issue, the crew was able to get out of there without being identified. In such doings, we earned ourselves the blessing of Daikitsu. And now we head toward the tournament. For we have cut a snake's head off in the hands of the Seven Rings.
Yep, and specifically, the party has decided to rest for the day in preparation for the tournament. So, obviously, anybody that has spells or alchemicals to prepare, now's the opportunity to figure out what you're prepping. The party had a chance to look over what the rules would be for the tournament. And the rules for the tournament are basically that before your bout, you're allowed to drink one potion. Healing magics are not allowed during a bout. The contest is to first bloodied, which basically means first opponent dropped to half health or lower loses. And there are two tournaments. There is a melee-only tournament where ranged weapons and spells are not allowed, and a ranged-only where melee attacks are not allowed. Anything else is fair game, and that's the current rule. So, with that said, anybody that needs to prepare your alchemicals or whatnot, go ahead and take some time to do so. Iori has, we've already roleplayed what Iori did, like, first thing in the morning. So, what is everyone else doing first thing in the morning, before the tournament day?
Yarra will have, sorry, Blasty.
You're good, go ahead.
Yarra would have sewn one of the House Thul patches onto Yule's armband, or whatever.
I'll do an armband for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about the rest of you?
Go ahead, Saadi.
Talking.
Saadi is preparing her elixirs. Well, her elemental ammunition. She is just making a whole bunch of lightning ammunition for her gun for this tournament. Aside from that, she is just basically experimenting around with her alchemy, with her alchemical kit. Not even for a particular purpose. She's just experimenting.
Mm-hmm. And quick Oh, out of character note, because Player Core 2 has come out, we went ahead and updated Drin and Saadi sheets to reflect the new stuff, and they got some really cool options. So we may be able to get to see some of those today. But what about you, Drin? What are you doing in the morning?
Spend some of it in contemplation with my deity, and then polishing my shield and balancing my javelin.
Okay. And let me see, I believe because Yule doesn't need to be present to have the patch sewn onto your clothing, what are you doing, Yule?
Yule is actually just focusing, taking a moment just to practice with his shovel mace, just going through and just focusing on just
Technique.
technique. Again, it's just like he's been so used to being on his wolf. It's just like he's making sure that he is not rusty with his shovel.
Okay.
Or that his shovel is rusty.
Oh yeah, he definitely makes it. That's not rusty.
So after morning, oh, good.
Like he's making sure he doesn't want to give anybody tetanus. Not intentionally.
Not intentionally. But okay, so after morning preparations, the party reconvenes for breakfast, and it is before you head off to do whatever your minor task is for the day, because obviously the tournament is a major task, so it'll take up the large part of the day. At that point, Iori returns. Iori, what do you look like on your way back?
Iori is wearing her traveling clothes, but she has a bundle of clothing under her arm. Looks more like shrine or clerical. Lots of whites and reds.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of sits down with the others after everyone orders, herself included. Says, I might have found some additional work for us if we have the time.
Certainly.
Yeah.
We'll just have to discuss the details afterwards.
Yeah, it's time sensitive, but only insofar that it's something for tomorrow.
Certainly.
It's not going to get in the way of all the excitement today. I gotten back in contact with Daikitsu, and he has could use a bit of protection for trying for a handoff. Hopefully it's something smooth, but if there ends up being a fight, they would like some backup.
Certainly be happy to do another job for him. Well, a job for him, rather than...
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. She kind of looks through her coat to try to find wherever she had a piece of paper she had written details down on. The total purse for it is 25 gold pieces divided between the party for a few hours of work. I think it's as fair as we could ask for, and especially if we end up not fighting.
Yeah.
Excellent. I will pass the news on when I get back. And she kind of pauses for a moment, looks over her stuff, looks back, and says that I found he's been staying at a hidden shrine dedicated to Daikitsu. That's where I went this morning for prayer. I'm wishing you all the best in the tournament, but I'm going to be doing some information gathering to see if I can learn more about the fallout of our actions yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm sure we kicked a hornet's nest.
When don't
I
we?
very much appreciate you for doing that.
I don't mind at all. I think that we did a lot of good for a lot of people, but obviously that's going to upset bad people. So I'm just going to keep an eye on them. Besides, I'm not much of a fighter. So I'll be cheering you all on from the stands.
Of course.
At that point, the barkeep's spouse walks towards the table holding a tray and sets down the breakfast that the party had ordered. What did you order? Because since it's a festival season, they have a mixed menu of both traditional Tiantia breakfast dishes as well as dishes from the West. So, what would you have requested?
Yule would have requested a dumpling soup.
Okay, a bowl of dumpling soup is set down in front of you, alongside a glass of water juice, whichever you would have ordered.
It would have been water.
Okay, and to you, Drin, what's put in front of you?
Salted pork. With
Salted
water today because it's a tournament day.
All right, and that's exactly what you see: a heaping plate of steaming salted pork with a big tall glass of cold water. And to you, Yule, we've already covered you. So to you, Saadi.
Saadi is going to get herself a kebab, a delicacy that she has not been able to enjoy for many days, weeks.
Okay. Yep, you have a plate of kebabs, 2 meat kebabs and a veggie kebab set down on the table in front of you, as well as a glass of your choice of water, juice, or alcohol.
Just water. She's not going to be drinking before a tournament.
Okay. And to you, Yarra?
Let me double check something. More than likely, she'd just get like an omelet with sauteed mushrooms and spinach.
Okay, and that plate is put in front of you, as well as a glass of your choice of drink. And
early morning, so breakfast tea.
okay, a nice cup of breakfast tea, and a bowl is set down in front of Rhyme. What's in it?
Rhyme is getting a little bit of rabbit.
Excellent. So the bowl is set in front of Rhyme, and finally to Iori.
Gonna be honest, you heard the kebab and was like, "Oh shit, they have kebabs." And then she is also in on a kebab.
Okay. A few minutes later, because thankfully they're getting ready for the breakfast rush, so a plate of kebabs is set in front of you, and your choice of drink, which will be
Water. She had a tea already.
Mm-hmm. All right, and after that, the barkeep spouse calls, or the barkeep spouse calls out. Well then, that'll be enough for all of you. If you need anything more, please be sure to call.
Thank you.
Though I wonder, will you be participating in the tournament today?
Yule smiles and nods. Yes, we do intend to, at least 3 of us. 2 in the ranged, and then me in the melee.
Aye, well, I heard that there was a dwarf that was going to be participating, and I believe that and looking towards Drin, a fellow dwarf from the west who looks particularly fierce and strong. But where was he participating? And Iori, this is out of character, but since you're not participating in the tournament, you get to decide. Is the dwarf participating in the melee tournament or the range tournament?
I will say melee.
Okay, melee tournament it is. So let me just update the Okay. So I believe they're going to be participating in the melee tournament, actually.
If you wanted the death book.
Fun.
Yeah.
Oh, my nose.
In either case, if there's anything else you need, then please be sure to let me know. And with that, the barkeep's spouse bows their head and scuttles off, leaving you alone again.
Okay, just a random side note. Look at the language that you were talking about, Astrid.
Yes.
One of the creatures that understands that language
It's Kitsune.
besides that, also is a creature called a Talje, who has the ability to sense jelly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there anything else that the party does while you're enjoying your meal?
Nope, it is.
Drin doesn't spoil the meal with idle chat.
Fair,
Saadi would just idly chat away the morning.
Mm.
Iori would take part in chit-chatting. Especially because Saadi is her BFF. Or at least for as much as what passes.
Likewise.
No, Yarra's just gonna be quiet.
Yule is just going to be quiet as well, just sitting there with her.
Gonna mute myself.
Don't die.
All right. So the morning breakfast passes. The meal is tasty, and as you're enjoying your meal, the Bean Drinkers Cafe or tea house fills up quick with the breakfast rush. People from various lands, as well as from within Chuye, just enjoying having conversation, getting ready for the tournament. Some people are already placing bets on who they think is going to win, and all of that. Now, tournament sign up begins at noon, so you have a few hours, basically your minor task, to take care of any small tasks that you wish to do. So, what will you do with the time that you have? So, I'm going to go ahead and start with Drin.
Oh gosh. You would put me on the spot. Gonna continue practicing with my javelin and shield.
Okay. So you practice your javelin and shield, and you prepare for your for the tournament day. Going down the line, Iori, what are you doing with your minor task?
I had considered that my minor task was going to the shrine in the morning, so I'm going to say that is what her minor task is. I know that chronologically that doesn't make sense, but she'll spend the morning getting ready to go to the gambling hall.
You know, I honestly feel like that's fair, so we'll go with that.
We'll say that her morning task is getting a little bit of extra sleep and then getting up with enough time to do all of her makeup and shit.
Sounds good. So why don't you go ahead and give me a society check, just to see your preparation. You will get a +2 because you're highly placed in the house that you got work in.
We live in a society check.
We live in a society check. Let's see how you do.
+2 would be 23.
23. That will be a success. So
I hope so.
Oh yeah, for sure. So what that means for you is that you will gain a +1 for your rolls during the scene as they come.
Sick.
Okay. Going down the line, Yarra, what are you going to be doing in the for your minor task?
I think for her minor task, she's going to be picking an outfit and getting ready. Since she is going to be in the stands.
Okay. So you can give me a society check as well.
Alright, one moment. Society. Really?
Remember, you do have...
Yes, I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay, go for it.
What?
I feel like you're the person who has to reroll the most, but also the person who gets the worst results for rerolls.
Thankfully thankfully, on a you don't lose anything since you didn't critically fail. So you just don't get any bonuses during the scene to come.
Okay.
All right. But you look fine. You just don't stand out. You don't pop.
Well, she doesn't really want to pop, though.
Fair enough.
Too tiny to pop.
Saadi, what about you? What are you doing for your morning prep?
Saadi is actually just going to be going through the markets, looking for specifically the ones with the qualities that we discussed in our PMs. DMs? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So give me a perception check to see what you can find.
Sure thing. Perception.
Ooh! Okay. I will whisper you something while I go to Yule.
Sweet.
Yule is going to basically just go down to the Stonecutters Guild and just sort of just relax, just do a meditative walk around the workspace and talk with the guys there.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
He is going to go to the stone masons where he was working and just go talk with them and just have a morning with them and just chat with them before going over to sign up, just socialize with the people he's been working with.
Okay. And so you spend some time with them. And what is your current reputation with that group?
With the people of
Juye, yes.
With the people of Juye, I am currently at a 4.
Okay, give me diplomacy and see how you do, because you might get that to a 5.
Is that enough?
Let me see. 17. That is not going to be enough.
I will roll. I'll roll then.
Go for it.
Where's my... yeah, okay, 17.
Okay, it's not quite enough, but they're on good terms with you. So when you make mention that you're participating in the tournament, they'll be there to cheer you on.
I just realized I rolled a 1 there on that reroll. Ow!
Good thing we can always keep the higher roll, huh?
Yeah.
But okay, so with that said, it is now.
This is why I was doing all those checks with my mining lore, which I have advantage with, because that's a lower check. Which that makes no difference.
So
anyway, yep.
With that said, the time has now come where the party has all participants in the contest are called from like a runner runs through the town calling out, "Martial tournament to begin soon! Make your way to the Kirahata Arena!" And like whole crowds of spectators are coming in with several other people that are going to be participating in the contest as well. It takes about an hour for anybody that's participating. It takes like an hour to sign in and to be judged by the tournament officiator, who determines whether you will make for a good show and all that. Of course, the party is allowed in, but out of the 2-3 dozen people that sign up, only 8 people are selected for each tournament. And once you arrive there, the participants are allowed into the arena floor, and everyone else is dispersed through the crowds to do as they please. Obviously, Iori, since you're working the crowd, you're working this day. You'll be roaming in and out of the arenas. Basically, you'll be floating around.
I figured it'd be for whatever, like what's the fucking name of the gambling hall that she's employed at?
I have that. Give me a second. I believe that was the Jade Coin.
It's whatever the one that Astrid also went to.
The Jade Coin, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That she's probably either there or as one of their representatives at like the gambling at the arena.
Well, yes. And basically with the Jade Coin, because the Jade Coin, there are several like gambling booths, we'll say. Because the way they have it set up is, this is an idea from Tamami, the governor, is that the gambling halls would be allowed to send a small retinue to handle their own gambling booths, and that so as not to step on toes during a festival, regulars, basically regulars that have cards that signal them as regulars, have to place bets with their respective locations. And floaters like yourself are allowed to gather people to place bets from people that are not card-carrying members. So basically, your job officially is to get more people to spend money. But of course, you can do whatever other objectives you have as well. So, I will take you to that. Alright, let me know if the map comes in just fine.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
Can see everything.
Good. So, once you arrive at the tournament grounds, you see that anybody that's not participating in tournament, you can place yourselves on this outside area.
Because I'm gonna be doing this solo, not without my wolf. My wolf is going to be with Yarra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so I don't get accused, so they don't accuse of wolf with interfering.
For sure. Okay,
Well,
so
there's no rule that says a wolf can't compete in the tournament.
He is technically melee.
So,
That is true.
where's Drin?
He's over here. He's over on the other side.
Okay, so these 5 people are the other competitors, and you should see their names underneath them as well. Basically, like a small descriptor.
Yep.
And the tournament, the tournament grounds is like a dojo. The blue box in the middle, that's going to be for like round start. So ignore that. That's not actually there. That's just for like mechanics. But there is a dragon symbol in the center of the arena, which Iori, since you have truly lore, you know is the forest dragon. Basically, one of the great dragon that protected the forest, who is officially the protector of Chuye. You notice that the 3 Oni who are seated in thrones at the far end of the arena seem to be, whenever their eyes cross over the dragon, they have kind of a dour, angry look on their face, but they just let it pass. Like, apparently the dragon and the Oni don't like the Oni don't seem to like the dragon symbol, but the dragon is important enough to Chuye culture that they leave it be. Anybody else that would like to know that as well can roll Society to see if you are aware of that.
Sure. Let's try that again.
And don't re-roll this one.
No.
Doesn't matter to me at all.
Okay, so Yarra is aware of it as well.
You said Society?
Society, yeah. Unless you have a relevant lore.
No, I don't. Well, no, Goblin lore would not.
No, Goblin lore would not. What did you say, Saadi?
Wouldn't Chuye lore apply here?
Well, yeah, that's why Iori knows.
All right.
Basically, I gave Iori an automatic success, effectively.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Yule and Yarra both know, but this is outside knowledge for Saadi and Drin. In either case, once everybody gathers up at the tournament ground, the Oni at the far end of the arena clap their hands together, with Tamami having the loudest claps. And Tamami raises up her arms and calls out for attention. Greetings, greetings, people of Tuye! Those who benefit from the most benevolent rule of the Oni, I would like to welcome you all to this year's Harvest Festival tournament. There will be 2 tournaments today, melee and ranged combat. The rules are simple. In the melee tournament, no attack may be at range. This means spells, throwing items. Anything of the sort is not allowed. Any other tricks that follow those rules will be allowed. At the start of every round, you may drink 1 potion to bolster yourself for the bout to come. Recuperative magic is not allowed during a contest. And for the range tournament, no attack may be directly physical. This means you may not punch, slash, rush, or any kind of melee attack against another. This also includes wrestling. Now, officiating the tournament, and she motions to her right, will be the great General Rokubi. And I'm just doing this so you can see who Rokubi is. Rokubi is a massive, massive Oni. Not as large as Tamami, but definitely like a big, massive muscle with a very sour look on his face and a big Tetsubo slung over his shoulder. He looks half bored, and he just gives a nod at Tamami's words. And if we have a rules adjudication that is needed, to my left is Tanigawa. And the Oni to the right bows her head. And she seems to be paying rapt attention to each and every one of you. Now, if you wish to roll like lore knowledge to see if you have any information about these 3 Oni, you can attempt a either an Arcana or a Nature check.
I'll try.
I had neither of those.
Ha! Yule is good.
Yarra knows
Oh my goodness.
nothing.
Okay. Yule, since you got a critical success, you get 2 questions. You can ask about any of the Oni.
Actually, it's just
And you can ask the party for help if you can't think of anything specific.
yeah, I really can't think of anything specific.
Like, for instance, are they weak to anything or whatever?
Actually, would I have any experience with either of these Onis from my time back in my homeland?
No, because the Oni weren't a major part of politics in your homeland.
Right, okay. So, are they either of them weak to anything in particular?
Okay, let's see. Let me just... Oh, I was looking at the wrong tab. Okay, so Rokubi is a Mountain Oni, and Mountain Oni are... they have 2 weaknesses. 1, spiritual energy, and bean panic.
What panic?
And beans. Specifically, if you throw beans, like a pile of beans at them, then
They have to stop and count?
Not quite.
Oh.
Basically, what happens is that they, for some reason, the Mountain Oni are, as a race, afraid of beans being thrown into their path, and it also enhances their spirit damage weakness.
Hee
Interesting.
Roku,
Jack.
Yule smiles at realizing that he's a Mountain Oni.
As far as the other one is a spirit oni, and they do not have any major weaknesses. However, they tend to be. They can fly, but as far as the weaknesses, they tend to have weak wills, except against magic, and they tend to be clumsy on their feet. Basically, their lowest saves are will and reflexes.
Okay.
And as far as Tamami, Tamami is very, very much a hedonist. So basically, they have a massive penalty to resist temptations, and that includes charm magics or effects. And Tamami also suffers from bean panic.
Which means she's also a
Being
mountain
panic
lion.
is what I get after I go to Taco Bell.
Yes.
Would Drin's mountain lore come in handy for any of this?
I will allow it. Go ahead and roll. Meanwhile, do you have another question? While you roll, well, I guess not with that roll. You have one more question,
May I
Yule.
suggest one?
Certainly.
What are their personal vices?
You know what? I would say that since I will allow that since the party has been asking around or like digging up for information. Rokubi is extremely, extremely prideful and brutal. So basically, he has a hard time resisting challenges, and he will react harshly if his pride is insulted. As far as Tanigawa doesn't speak very often. They are extremely patient.
What?
Tanigawa, that's this one. Tanigawa is a spellcaster and is extremely patient and deliberate. So basically, they tend to have a hard time dealing with very chaotic opponents.
Whoa.
As far as Tamami, pretty much what I said. Tamami is extremely quick to change her mind and is very susceptible to temptation. Like, the new hot thing is always going to attract her attention.
What was the name of the spirit oni again?
Tanigawa, and I'll type that out for you.
Clunk? What was that?
Something thrown into the sink.
I'm
getting ready to make supper.
Okay. Ow.
All right. Yeah, and what was the other little tidbit you said about Tanigawa? Not Rokubi. You said he was prideful, brutal, and responds poorly to being challenged.
They tend to take challenges very, very harshly. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, but Tamami is a village oni. Basically the quote-unquote most civilized of onis.
Yet somehow has bean panic.
Look, who among us doesn't get bean panic from time to time?
It's true. So, with that said, now that that's done, the contestants have already organized themselves, and the officiator, who again is Rokubi, draws names from a box for each of the different contests. And during the contest, the way that this is going to work is that everybody's going to roll initiative, but if you're not actively participating, basically all you can do is either provide help actions, do things around the arena or with the other competitors, or any way that you can assist. But if you directly attack any of the opponents, then that's going to forfeit your slot. Basically, you will be disqualified if you directly attack or affect the contest that's active. Okay.
You can't jump them from backstage.
Yeah, no WWE run-ins.
Yeah.
Weren't gonna
So,
do it.
with that said, is there anything else that you wish to do before we begin?
Nope.
Okay, so with that said, I would like someone to roll a d20. Odds will start with the melee tournament. Range, even will be the range tournament first.
Oh.
20.
All right, range tournament first. So we will. This is Tamami. We will begin with the range tournament. Save the carnage for first. For the end of the afternoon. Rokubi, who is our first competitor? And with that, Rokubi looks down at his little bracket, basically like a magical scroll that appears in front of his face, and he says, "Our first tournament match for the day shall be the mercenary there," pointing to the menacing merc, "and Saadi. Come forth."
Go, Saadi, go!
Saadi just bows politely and enters the ring. She's being very professional about this.
Now, the reason I had the blue line, you can start yourself on the opposite end, up against the line, wherever you like.
I
Okay.
can go as far back as I want.
No, you have to be basically 30 feet, within 30 feet of your opponent, so right there.
Gotcha.
Poor mama.
So, with that said, I'm going to ask everybody, go ahead and click your token and roll initiative.
Oof.
Oh, and Saadi, don't forget that you get various perks depending on what you roll.
Saadi, you also rolled it as stealth, not perception.
Yeah, your choices are perception. You perception, stealth, of course. You can't really roll for stealth because you're seen. So you have to pick something else.
That is one of the benefits of being a sniper. You can just regularly roll for stealth.
Oh, well, never mind
That's
that.
higher than my other trained skills, and I'm not going to be using any of the special benefits.
Okay. That is awesome. That is.
I was not aware of that.
Let me just check that just to make sure. I think it's for down. Save.
Okay, I think
Actually, you know
we
what?
have.
I'm actually not sure if I'm right about this, so I'm just going to.
Well, what's the
yeah,
ability?
just-
I can check it out for it real quick.
I can't remember what it's called.
All right, you know what? I can look it up. Way of the Sniper. Let me see. Initial deed. You roll stealth for initiative.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, basically the trigger is when you roll stealth for initiative. So you, yeah. So since you're not really acting from stealth,
Okay.
you don't get that benefit. So
Understood. I will just
Yeah.
roll a perception then.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. This is how we learn.
Wow.
I mean, you're still going first, so it doesn't matter. All right. So, top of the round. As soon as Rokubi drops their hand, the tournament match begins. And by the way, I forgot to mention it during the rules, but scattered around the arena are weapon racks. If you run out of ammo for a ranged weapon, or if you want to pick up something that you don't have, you can run over and take an action to grab it off the rack. Obviously, they're not yours to keep, but yours to use.
Saadi
You can
is
also
going to
use
do.
those for you can also use those for cover.
Use what for cover?
The weapon racks.
The weapon racks? Well, I don't know if I need to do that, because I've got deployable cover.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you're going to put deployable cover in front of you. You spin an action, set up the cover.
And she is going to attack with her Zael. Let's see. With one shot, one kill, of course.
Okay, and let me see. So you are within the good range of your weapon, so that's a 19, correct? Armor class is 16, so that is a hit. That is 7 damage, correct?
Yep.
Okay, 7 damage.
Just double check. What was the blessing that we got?
Let's see. It's a D8 on saving throws and skill checks, so it won't be relevant in combat.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
keep in mind that you could use those to add a D8 to your initiative as well, since it is a skill check.
Okay.
Right. Well, that's for future. We'll deal with that later.
Okay. So that's going to be 7 damage as you strike through and slam the bullet into the menacing merc. And you have 1 action remaining. Would you like to take cover?
Yep, covered reload.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you take cover and you reload your Giselle all in the same action. And let me see. What kind of cover is the portable cover?
Standard cover.
Standard. So, +2 to armor class.
Mm-hmm.
And you could take the hide action if you had actions remaining. All right, Yarra, you're up.
Okay.
What are you doing on your turn? Obviously, since you're out of combat, you don't get the full 3 actions.
No.
So just describe what you're doing this round.
This round she's gonna be she's gonna try intimidating the merc.
Ooh.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Yeah.
All right, 14. That is what does this look like? What do you do?
So she's going to shout in Chthonian. She's gonna shout an insult, and I just haven't picked which one insult I want. Shit.
Your mama wears army boots.
No. I want to resort to a Monty Python, just because it's so short notice.
It's all good. I'm sorry.
Didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
All right, so you shout at the merc, and somehow your voice cuts through the crowd as you notice the merc recovering from the bullet wound that they just took, and they give you a sour look, but you can see like a little shake in their hand as they become frightened. 1. Okay, and let me. Why do I have Saadi listed twice? Let me just delete that out of Saadi.
And now I'm gonna go research insults.
Alright, so let me see, that was Yarra. Now Iori, what are you doing?
I mean, she is probably at wherever the gambling is being done, trying to curry favor and do well at her job to move further in the inner circles of the underbelly.
Okay, so here's your choice. By the way, I'm only going to ask you to roll the earn income roll once, so you can do other things throughout the contest. Your choice, you can either work the crowds with the nobles and the nobles in the Oni, which is a higher difficulty, but possible better payout. Or you can work the standard crowd, which is a lower difficulty.
Knowing what she's going to be working the nobility, kind of using the combination of her like courtly graces, feat, plus being fluent in giant. She feels pretty confident in her ability to woo Oni nobility.
Okay, so you can either roll your Chuye lore, basically if you're going for more of a traditional role. You could also roll diplomacy if you're playing nice, or deception if you're basically doing like flowery words to get people to pay attention to you and like drum up business.
Is this a situation where the lore difficulty is lower than the other ones?
Not this one, no.
Okay.
So go with your best, basically.
Got it. We will be doing deception then.
All right, go for it.
Hell yeah.
All right, what did you roll? 22. Hold on, I think that's a success. Yep, that is a success. That's 4th rank. And what's your skill rating in that? Is it trained or expert?
Deception expert.
Oh, okay. So expert, and I believe because of your position in the gambling house that you have a job in, you upgrade to the next rank as far as like how much you earn. So you're going to be earning 1 gold piece for the entire day's work.
Cool.
All right. So that's your action. You basically do a really good job. And on top of that, since this is going to get you closer to the nobles if you wish to spy on them.
Yeah, she's gonna be definitely like within the crowd collecting people's whatever the ticket, whatever you write down here, betting on, since I'm sure a lot of these people aren't carrying cash but have like bank notices or whatever, checks.
Of course.
But it's also a opportunity to hobnob.
Okay, so we'll get back to that when it's your turn again. Drin, you're down in the pits with the other fighters, and like the fighters are cheering. The fighters outside of your party are cheering on one opponent or the other. What do you do?
I think I'll just continue to stand there silently and size up the competitions.
Okay. Give me a perception check then to see if you can spot anything from your fellow range participants. All right, 15. You actually, that's going to be enough. You can ask me one question. You can either ask about. Actually, let's say that you get the chance to spy on the hammy human that you would be facing off against. So you can ask one question about him.
What's his weapons?
You take a look at him, and you see that he does have a crossbow strapped to his back, but he seems to be more focusing on a flute that he has at his waist. And it occurs to you that you're facing off against a bard. So you're going to be dealing with spells during your duel. Alright. Yule, you're up. Yule, are you there? Blasty.
Sorry. I'll step away for a second, deal with something. Sorry, it's my turn?
Yeah.
No. I'll just size up. Try to figure out who am I facing off against.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
16.
Alright, you can ask one question about either the green goblin, the grinning gnome, or the dour dwarf.
The what?
You heard me.
Oh, the dour dwarf.
Okay, what do you want to know about the...
Spider-Man!
What do you want to know about the dour dwarf?
No.
I was avoiding the joke. I know the joke was there. What weapons is he using?
You notice that he has a warhammer at his side, and that he seems to be he is wearing a holy symbol of Trud around his neck.
Mm.
And as a matter of fact, he looks over to Drin and he bows his head respectfully and makes a comment about how he's happy to see a champion of his fellow deity with in the contest.
Yule leans over to Drin. I'm glad you're not facing off against him. That'd be a clash of powers I would not like to see.
Meanwhile, the merc is frightened, and the merc is first going to I see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Alright, the Merc is going to take 2 actions to get into cover. And then he's going to attempt to fire a bow shot at Saadi. You do get +2 armor class because you did take cover.
Yep.
Does a 19 hit you?
Misses.
Alright, it misses and bounces off your cover. Saadi, you're up. Top of the round.
All right. Saadi's gun is loaded, so she shoots.
Alright.
Let's see.
Thankfully, he didn't take the time to actually take cover, so 25 will hit. And
So
that's
close
going
to a crit.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 damage, which is going to actually put him down to bloodied. As
Alright.
the bullet strikes true, and Rokubi suddenly raises up his hand and says, "I see blood in the weak human there. This contest is over. Saadi, you
Saadi
are
just-
allowed forward."
Saadi just sort of holds up her gun and blows at the tip of it.
Give me a performance check.
Performance?
Yeah, the crowd responds. Yeah.
You know what? This might be petty, but I kind of want to re-roll that.
It's
Do
up to
it.
Can I
you.
do that?
I mean,
I'm
you
going
can
to do
also.
that.
I was also
Go
going to
for
say you can also add in that bone the
Oh, that's
blessing.
true. Do you want to add in the blessing first or save it?
I'm gonna save it. There we go.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
need to save.
All right, that is going to be a crit. So as you do that, you look so cool, just blowing out your pistol and just looking like the hottest of hot stuff, that some of the crowd starts throwing in some coins, and you collect. Give me somebody roll 1d8 and then 1d6.
I'll roll the d6.
I'll
Mhm.
roll the d8.
Go for it.
Not bad.
All right, so you find 5 copper and 3 silver pieces thrown into the ring at your feet.
Nice. And Saadi is going to the first thing that she's going to do is bow to the Oni. Then she's going to bow to the audiences. Then she will depart the stage.
Okay, and with that, the menacing Merc is defeated.
I forgot. She's also going to pick up her cover. That's going to take about a minute of time.
All right, so with that, Rokubi shouts out, "That was halfway amusing. The next opponent, Drin, come forward. You will be facing off against this other human over there." And the human steps forward and goes across the far end of the arena.
As Drin steps out onto the field, he flourishes his javelin in a mighty show of swinging and artistic martial talent, bows to the nobility section, and then the crowd section, and then stands there pointing the javelin at the human.
And once you do so, the human raises up the flute and plays a jaunty little tune while they're kicking up their feet. And at the end of it, sparkles appear over his head as he casts a cantrip just to make glowy effects appear. Basically,
Call
just
an
hamming
ancient
it up.
blood.
Oh, nice. Good. That's a good call, actually. But save that for when the spell is cast on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was. Never
Oh,
mind.
no. He wasn't casting a spell. He was basically showing off. But I'll let you know when you can do it. All right. With that, everybody roll initiative again.
All right. Give me 1 second. I have to get back to my page.
And select a character.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I think they're going to roll deception on this one instead. Whoo! Okay.
Oh my.
I was gonna say, Drin, do you want to use your?
I do want to re-roll my initiative, by the way. That's
Go
why
for
I was laughing.
Do you want to add in that the blessing?
Yes.
Well, before you do that, keep in mind I rolled a 30, so
So it doesn't
yeah.
really matter.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to be going first.
Okay.
So I guess
Now,
then,
keep in mind for duels, you roll. I forgot to do this in the last fight, but you re-roll initiative at the start of every round, we do. Everybody else does not.
So,
All right.
do I need to blow that hero point then?
Yeah. Don't save your hero point.
Okay.
Okay. Did everybody roll initiative? It looks like we're Saadi.
I thought I did.
You did?
Give me just a second.
you didn't have your character selected.
Oh, that's what it was.
It was 12.
I have my character selected.
Well, it's all good. I'll add you. All right. So you got 12. Is that everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one person. Who are we missing? Yada's there. Iori.
Oh, me. Let me
Yeah,
reroll it. That's weird.
Yule was a 27, by the way.
Yeah, 27.
Right, boom. Okay, so we have that organized. So, it is the humans' turn. So, Rokubi raises up their hand and says, "Amuse the governor! Fight!" And drops down their hand. And the fight begins. Let me just turn that down just a tad. There we go. Alright, so the human begins by, at the top of the turn, they will cast the Courageous Anthem, basically creating an aura of effect around themselves that empowers them, giving them +1 to their roll. And after they do so, let me see, what is the range on this? 60 feet? So then next, they are going to... they are going to attempt to cast a spell targeting you, Drin. They will attempt the Phantom Pain. So give me a will save, and you will get a +1 because of your ability.
The will save. There it is.
Alright. Would you like to use your hero point now?
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh.
There we go.
Critical success, though. The target is unaffected. The spell does nothing to you. Alright.
I just love the concept of him just trying to do this. It's like Phantom Pain. It just like Drin just like turns his head slightly.
Your silly spells do not amuse me, puny human.
Oh, but they will! Oh, but they will! And it will be such a thrill! Yule, you're up.
Yule is actually going to take a look at the other goblin.
The green goblin, go for it. 14 is not going to be enough.
We'll meet again, spider.
I'm gonna actually use that. Okay, so how much does the that blessing add?
D8 roll.
Heck, why not? I'm saving that. We're good.
Okay. Alright, so Yarra?
Yeah, Yule looked at them and all his brain is like, the spider made me blast him in the brain. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Alright. So, Yara's going to shout in common, "Pick a god and pray!" at the human.
Nice. Somehow your shout actually gets through the crowd and manages to affect the human, making them frightened 1. Alright,
Yeah, she
and
didn't choose a freaking local language. She's like, nope.
Powerhouse.
Iori, you're up.
So she's moving among the crowd, kind of listening, kind of I don't know if she has like a sandwich board that says, you know, gamble with the jade coin or something, but she's she's schmoozing. I just realized I'm not at full HP. Let me fix that real quick.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm only taking psychic damage to my dignity. That doesn't actually hurt my HP.
Not yet.
Okay.
What do you mean, not yet? So I guess like I have courtly graces, and it says I can use society to make an impression on nobles and nobility. So I guess I'm going to do that, and then
Go for it. Okay, on a 23, you actually do. You catch the eye of some of the well-placed nobles in Chuye society, and they invite you. They invite you closer. Effectively, what this is going to allow you to do is not only will you be close enough that you can now do rolls targeting the Oni, you can also ask a question that I will have to answer. Now, I'm going to give you some time to think about this, if you'd like, unless you have something that comes up off the top of your head.
I guess like the first thing is. So is this something that my character is asking, or I am asking you and you have to answer?
In the fiction of the game, basically, this is like something that you sneakily got them to say, or that they said to somebody that they were speaking with, and you overheard. Basically, this is something that you're asking me, the DM. But in the fiction of the world, like this is something you overheard, or that you got them to slip up and say.
Okay, well, like the first and foremost, she wants to know what has happened following the what was the name of the group that we were fighting last session?
Seven circles? Or seven rings of heaven?
The specific.
No, specifically, they were working with the Seven Rings of Heaven, but it was the gambling house that was called the, here it is, the Platinum Fan in Springs. And what you find out is that the owners of the Platinum Fan in Springs somehow lost a lot of their influence over a lot of the common folk and merchants in town. And so, with that influence gone, now the snakemen are desperately seeking help from to basically stop like the obvious power vacuum that is now opened up, and try to consolidate their power. More importantly, you also discover that the support that they were offering the Seven Rings has now dissolved. Basically, with the next time the party pursues the Seven Ring storyline, they will be less prepared for whatever you're doing because they don't have full support.
Cool. Thank you. That covers it.
No problem. But I'm also going to offer you something else because, in addition, you find out that apparently Rokubi had been making overtures to that house as well. Basically, this is just an opportunity if you wish to take the risk.
What do you mean?
Basically, Rokubi was speaking with the Snakemen before all this went down, so if you want to risk it, you can try to find out more by trying to talk directly or sneak around Rokubi. The Mountain Oni.
The one closest to me.
Yeah, I'm thinking on it. I don't.
You don't have to decide right now. That's just an opportunity that's opened up to you.
Okay, I will have an answer for you when it comes around on my initiative again.
Okay. Saadi, you're up.
Saadi's just going to go over to her opponent and congratulate him on a good fight.
Okay.
Pat him on the back.
Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
Sure thing. I'm not looking for my camels or my horses. A charisma. There we go.
Odds.
There we
Okay.
go.
The mercenary seemed to be a little sour at first about losing, but because you were so polite and kind, they take kindly to your presence, and they will speak with you and just spend the rest of the fight basically conversing with you.
Saadi's just going to slip him the five copper that she picked up from the ground as well.
They refuse it. They say, no, friend, you won that fair and square, so it should be yours.
And that's all. Thank you.
All right. Drin, you're up.
Okay, as I stride forward and ready my shield, I'm going to chuck my javelin.
Is it time to use your new ability?
Sure, why not?
All right, because just to show it to everyone,
What can Drin do?
it is the defensive advance, a new thing that came out for paladins. So you spend 2 actions to raise your shield, step, and then strike. Actually, you can't strike because it's in they're in melee, not in melee range.
But I do get my shield ready. That's
yeah, you do have your shield ready. Exactly. So you can go ahead and throw your weapon.
Gotta find it.
Yep. All right, and javelin is 30 feet, which you are close enough. You are right on the nose. 17. Let me see where
Those numbers don't look right.
No, they don't.
How can you only do 1 damage with a +1 javelin?
Yeah.
Well, remember, striking adds damage. +1 is only for the 2 hit.
Even still, how is he only doing 1 damage?
It should be like a strength modifier, shouldn't it?
Let me double check. I'm checking.
I'm gonna grab a basic javelin here.
You do add your damage, strength damage. So what's your strength modifier?
18.
So it's a 3. It's a 4.
Yep. 4. So 5. So you did 5 damage.
It's weird that his
Okay.
did that.
Yeah.
I'll fix it on your sheet in a moment.
Okay.
That's weird.
So that sounds better.
Okay. Let me see. I'm just doing this real quick. Plus strength. Okay, there you go. It should be fixed on your sheet. Anyway, it is now their turn. So the human took the javelin to their side, and while they're not bloodied, it does hurt. And so they are going to cast a telekinetic projectile towards you. They will get a +1 because they're Courageous Anthem. Does 19 hit you?
No.
Because of the shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
My natural is 20, plus the shield is 22.
All right. And so then on their next action, they're going to go prone.
Beep.
Hit the deck.
Yeah, they basically hit the deck. Yule, you're up.
Yule is
microwave?
Oven.
Yeah,
so
go ahead. What will Yule do?
microwave.
Yule is actually going to sidle over to the goblin just to chat him up. Just see where he's from.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll. Diplomacy.
I was going to do society, but sure.
Society works too. You can roll that instead.
Yeah, let's do that. There we go.
Hey.
Okay. The goblin tells you that they have apparently come here from the World Wound out in the west, basically of Viston. So they are not from Chuye.
Ah.
And you can tell because they have kind of the weird football head that the Western goblins tend to have.
So you can't just say someone has a football head.
I mean, seriously, they do. Like, the Western goblins have a football head, while the hobgoblins and the goblins of Chuye, not
Wait,
Chuye,
hold on.
of Zien, have more of a humanoid head.
Blast, you're on the wrong side of history.
It was... So to continue, Yarra, you're up.
Okay. I want to cheer Brom on and intimidate at the same time.
Drin, thank you very much.
Drin, sorry.
Okay, well, you have to pick one.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I will cheer Drin on. You're doing your dad proud!
Okay,
Oh.
so when go ahead and give me a performance or performance check to basically cheer Drin on. Okay, that's not going to be enough to help, but it is not low enough to hurt. Iori, you're up.
She is. I really don't know if I feel like it is an acceptable level of risk for the time being, so she is going to instead take what she learned so far and just fall back and, for the time being, focus on just doing a good job.
All right, well, you can give me a perception check to see if you overhear anything else.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing spicy, unless you want to reroll.
Nah.
Alright, nothing spicy comes out this round, but you've got plenty of chance later. Saadi, you're up.
Saadi's just continuing to chat to the other champion. Nothing
Okay.
special.
Alright. Drin, back to you.
Uh-oh. My javelin did not magically return to me, so I have to go pick it up as my first action. Is that
Remember,
right?
there's also weapon racks, too.
Yeah, you can also you can also travel to the weapon rack.
If those racks are in the corners like we see, my javelin should be a lot closer to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go pick up my javelin
Okay.
and then throw it at him again.
Thank you
Alright,
for sharing this, Wandren. I was just thinking about this.
So, because they're prone, they get a +4 to their armor class, but since they're prone, they're off. Effectively, their armor class is raised by 2. So, make your roll. 21 is... I believe that's still going to hit. So that's going to be another 6 damage as the javelin sinks right into their back. And as that happens, Rokubi raises an arm and says, I am calling this fight! The dwarf has defeated the puny human. An acceptable bout.
The foolish samurai warrior.
Foolish samurai! I'm just trying to channel makeup.
Drin turns and bows to the judge, or whichever one was speaking.
Yeah, the Oni on the left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the general.
Yep. And then the human stands back up, brushes off their brushes himself off, and they just bow their head to you and leave the stage.
As Drin is leaving the stage, he's heard to loudly mutter, every time I'm in a fight, she brings up my father. He's dead as he walks off.
All right. And so afterwards, if I don't think you took any injuries, so
No.
No, neither.
did.
Yeah, neither of you did. So then Rokubi shouts out, Drin! And you, not Yule, Drin, Saadi, come forth and be, I lost the sauce. Come forth and be judged for your combat worthiness. Nailed it. Alright, so with that, he raises the hand, throws it down. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh god.
Me against Saadi?
Yeah.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Brom's got the first.
Oh dear.
Alright, so I think that's everyone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
I had a bad feeling about this.
well, let's see how it goes. All right.
I'll aim for the low priority targets. Okay.
Iori, you're up.
Iori is.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20 on my initiative.
Okay.
And you both did.
She is just going to continue doing. I mean, she's working, but is in the hopes of trying to move further within the Jade Coin because she knows they have connections with the governance. Is just trying to, hype up the crowd, make them want to spend money and gamble. I don't know. Her boobs bounce breastfully down the stairs as she calls for people to place bets.
All right. Well, you know what? Go ahead and give me a performance check, or performance check, if you please.
You would also be saying things like, "Ooh, isn't he a fierce-looking one? I'll bet he's gonna win." Think subtle comments like that to get him to bet the way you want.
Yeah. I feel that. 25.
Now,
Okay. 25 is actually going to be very good. Since you're basically focusing on doing your job, you catch the eye of some of the other nobles and the Jade Coin, and you can gain one reputation with either the Oni Lords or with the noble families. Your choice.
I'm going to take the noble family's rep just so I have... I feel like going from +0 to +1 is better than going from +1 to +2.
Yeah.
True. Basically, the big bonus doesn't come in until you go from 4 to 5.
Yeah. Plus, I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot easier for her to farm Oni Lord rep because she works at one of their establishments.
This is true. All right. Drin, you're up first.
same as before. I'm going to advance to within 25 feet and raise my shield and chuck the javelin.
Go for it.
Why isn't? Oh, I'm picking the wrong character. That's why.
Poor Grumpy.
Okay, so that was 35 feet that you moved.
Oops.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Just back up 2 spaces. Alright. Javelin still has 30 feet, so does a 14 hit you?
Not even close. 20.
Okay. Do you want to reroll that, or are you good with that?
Or do you want to use your blessing?
Oh, that's true. You could use your blessing as well.
Let's use the blessing this time.
So roll
Roll
a
your
d8. And that puts it over.
Ooh, it does.
Okay.
All right.
So that's going to be 7 damage to you, Saadi.
Yep. 31 out of 38.
Okay. So you moved, raised your shield, and threw, and that's it for you. Yule, you're up. I'm going to say this as a house rule suggestion. Since this is a player versus player situation, do we want to make it that you can't take intimidate actions against either of them?
Yeah, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Honestly,
sure.
I'd be cool with it if someone did try and intimidate either one of us.
Okay.
Nah.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's up to player comfort on this one.
Yule is going to talk with the gnome this time. Just do a society check, just chit-chat with the gnome, see what they're up to, see if he can notice anything interesting about them. Well, I guess that's more a perception check then.
Yep. So you can. Well, I mean, if you're trying to chat them up, you can make a society check to try to get some clues about them. But go for it.
13.
13 is not going to be enough.
All right.
They talk to you politely, but you don't get any useful tidbits out of them.
All right.
All right. Let me see who's next. Let me just. That's going to be Yarra.
Yeah. She's not gonna go about intimidating anyone. She is just going to hobnob with the nobles around her.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a society check.
Yep, 1 second.
Let's see. You rolled a 19.
Mhm.
Okay. You spend the round basically hobnobbing with the nobles.
Yep.
And eventually, you get some good contacts, and you're now known to the nobles. So give yourself +1 to the nobles of Chuye.
Which I think.
Reputation.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I already have rep with them, so give me 1 second while I get to my detail page. That
Alright,
puts me
so,
at 3.
All right, Saadi, you're up. And by the way, obviously, you can only get +1 rep for this encounter.
Yep.
Bryn, I am going to do something incredibly petty.
I think I know what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna pick up your javelin,
Okay, and then what?
and I'm gonna sheath it.
Haha, and then what?
You don't
Right.
get to use your javelin anymore.
I knew it. What did you do? with it?
So mommy said that was actually within the rules, so that's legal.
What did you do with it?
Sheathed it.
Well,
I
I
didn't
just,
hear. Oh, okay.
I just put it away. You just have to grab a new weapon from a weapon rack. All right, is it 1 action or 2 actions?
I'm gonna say that's gonna be 1 action.
All right, Drin, I am sorry for this.
Oh!
Now that would be a miss because your shield's up. But
That's correct.
you see, I could roll a d8 on this, and I think I will.
Go for it.
You gotta get at least a 2 to match his.
Yeah.
And, ooh.
Okay, but you can use shield block to soak up some of the damage, Rin.
Yep, that's what I do.
All right, so use your reaction for shield block. So what's the hardness on your shield?
Oh, where is it?
It's listed right there with the at the top of the page.
5.
All right, so that reduces the damage by 5, and you and the shield take 1 HP damage each. All right, you have 1 action remaining, Saadi. What do you do?
Saadi is going to run away. Let's see.
Run.
Where?
Because she actually has the advantage.
No. You guys don't understand. She's using the secret JoJo's family technique.
Joestar family technique.
Yes. Now she's running to get to position herself for combat.
So she can use cover next turn.
Yep, so that she can use cover next turn. And we're going to have to re-roll initiative for our next turn, right?
Yep, so only Saadi and Drin. Please roll initiative again. And you can use a different skill if you wish.
Oh,
Right,
and we just lost Dot.
Yeah, I'm logging back in. I accidentally closed the window.
It's all good. Alright, so that's going to put you to 23 and that, and I need to refigure the initiative. There you go. So Iori is going to... do you want me to come back to you when you get in, or are you in?
I appear to be in.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you like to do?
She is. I mean, she's working, but she is also going to keep a little bit of a closer eye on this particular fight because she's curious how it's going to go.
Okay. So Yule?
Yule is actually just gonna, since he couldn't talk anything out of the gnome, he's just gonna observe them. No, he's too distracted by the fight in front of him
Alright.
to really pick up anything, isn't he?
Drin, your go.
Okay, I'm going to blow 2 of my turns moving to a rack and knocking it over as I pick up a weapon off of it.
Oh,
Hopefully knocking it over on someone.
You know what? That is legal. because
I mean-
the roll was not a direct attack. So make a athletics check, and this is going to target Saadi's reflex.
Right? Do I gotta roll for that?
Well, no. Basically, it's your reflex bonus plus 10.
Plus 10? That,
Yeah.
I dodge it. It's
Alright.
E11.
Okay, so you easily dodge it, but if it had failed, then you would have been hampered in some way. But you manage to dodge it, and you grab a weapon.
I grabbed a weapon. Is that my last turn, or do I still have one where I can throw it?
Well, since you pushed the thing over, that was an action as well.
Okay.
And you had to move twice.
I had to use 2 to get there, so the third one was picking up a weapon.
Yeah.
So what did you? So I'm guessing you just grabbed another javelin.
Yep.
Let's make it easy.
Okay. Yarra?
Okay. Yarra is just very focused on this fight, to be perfectly honest. She can't make up her mind who she wants to root for.
Alright. Saadi, you're up.
And just to be aware, Drin, you cannot use your attack of opportunity because that would break the rules.
Nope.
Yep.
Actually, that's not necessarily true.
I don't have it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you don't have reactive strike. Okay, well, never mind. It does. It's
Never mind then.
Yep. Never mind. Yeah, fighters get it this early. Paladins don't.
Yeah.
Or champions.
Saadi is going to jet over to the next cover.
Yeah, because this one's destroyed.
Yep. Well, knocked over at least. Alright. And then she's going to whip out one of her pistols and shoot.
Yeah, with the quick draw.
Let's see? With the quick draw.
Alright, go for it.
Quick draw. Adaptive cogwheel. It's now Giselle.
Do you want to reroll? Do you want to
I'm
reroll
gonna
that?
reroll that. I want to reroll that, yes. Alright. Let's reroll that. Now, mind you, you still have to take off, like, I think it's 1 point, because it's a,
Ouch.
because it's a, normal Giselle at this point.
Yep. So that's going to be a 27.
Oh,
So,
good.
yep. Your shield is still raised. Do you want to take the reaction?
Yeah, if my shield's raised, I gotta take the
Speaking
reaction.
of which, I completely forgot to do this on the last time that I shot Drin, but one shot, one kill would have applied.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and add that then, because it would apply.
So 3 damage.
Just use it for
Yeah.
So
So,
seven-
add 3 damage to your shield and to yourself then. Okay. Since you are using your reaction to raise your shield, your shield blocks the damage since you only rolled 4. So nothing happens. All right. Iori, you're up.
Again, just continue doing what I was doing.
So, can I just assume that we're just going to focus on the fight, and so that way we let's do that, shall we?
Yeah, I was going to just do one more perception roll just to check on, see if I could actually see anything about this gnome.
Okay. So go ahead and make your last attempt then. Not going to be enough.
Man, I'm getting all these low rolls out.
You're cursed to not know more.
All right. So both of you roll initiative again.
Oh yes, right.
Also, bless you, Cobb. I see you there in chat.
I barely. Uh-oh.
Oh, 16. So
I have a +4 to dexterity. +4 to dexterity.
well, what skill did you roll? You roll perception. So what's your wisdom?
My perception is 7.
So yeah, technically on a tie they would be get the advantage.
Yep. So Saadi will be first this round. So Saadi, what will you do?
Well, first off, she is going to covered reload. Let's see. Now, it's back to being a normal pistol, so she's just going to take a normal pistol shot.
Okay.
Shoot for that pistol. Oh, not even close.
Not even, though.
No.
You have one extra remaining.
And-
Quick draw.
No, she's actually not going to do that. She's actually going to switch to her Jazale, her normal Jazale. That's not any sort of special thing, so she's just back to her Jazale.
Okay. You're up.
And in cover.
Okay.
Now, I have to advance at least this far. How
Well,
far away am I?
Well, you're 60
was right
feet
here.
from where you were. You can throw. You'll just be at a -2.
No.
Well,
I'll
-4 because they're in cover.
I'll advance 20 feet and then shoot.
Go
All
for
right,
it.
roll it.
Well, keep in mind the javelin is a 30 feet, so you would want to move a little bit closer. If
Wherever 30 feet is from him.
That's
There
right.
we go.
That is a miss.
Did you pick up a second? All right, so that will be a miss. And you have one action remaining. What will you do?
Throw my dagger.
Also a miss.
All right. So roll initiative, you two.
Roll again. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, this is like actually exciting.
All right, Drin's up the first this
I
time.
keep on losing initiative.
You
Jin's
enough
going to
to-
take 2 turns
my
to
God.
knock this one down and grab a weapon.
All right, so make an athletics check.
Oh, why do I keep losing athletics? There it is.
Okay. Dodged
Alright,
again.
You dodged again. You have
Dodged
one
again.
extra remaining.
Yeet.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
You can throw that new javelin that you just picked up. There you go.
Ooh!
What's your armor class?
22 with cover.
All right, so that's going to be 9 damage to you.
Is that enough? Not quite.
Uh,
Wait,
What's your total? How much damage
You-
you're at versus?
22.
You can
22
concede.
versus 38.
so you're getting close.
You
Yep,
can
getting
concede.
close.
You can concede. All right, Saadi, you're up.
Alright. Saadi is going to reload her Jazale.
Okay.
Is there any kind of like disadvantage for shooting in melee?
Only if they have reactive strike.
Which
Alright.
you go.
Just reloaded. Alright, so let's see. Jazale. 200 crit. Ah! Okay.
You're going to make the
Jeez.
dwarf deaf with these pistols.
Saadi is going to reload her Jazale. This time with special ammunition.
Oh no.
Electric ammunition. This is a desperate. This is desperate.
I'm surprised you're not attempting the feint, or like some sort of trick action.
There's not really. Are
Yeah, like feinting
Oh.
and things like that are available.
Again. Bullying press. Are you trained in intimidation?
Just
Are you-
deception and perception.
Okay, so deceptive, sidestep. That requires to be hit. These are all reactions.
Well, since you use perception, because that's the one that matters here, you attempt to, obviously for the
Strike.
purpose of this, a strike instead of just a melee strike. You can use your reaction to basically give yourself an edge and make them flat-footed, which basically reduces their armor class by 2.
Saadi is just going to. Oh my god. I don't really have any good options here.
Reload and shoot.
Reload. That would be her third action. She doesn't have anything else.
So
Okay.
if you make it to the next round, then you could use your reaction to make Drin flat-footed, so that they're at a -2 to armor class. All right, Drin, you're up. Actually, both of you roll initiative. Oh.
17.
Oh no! All right, Drin, you're up.
I'm going to take a turn and pick up another javelin.
Okay.
I will stand there for the second turn with it poised for throwing and ask, do you surrender?
Never!
Was that the answer?
That's literally what she shouted.
I threw the wrong.
Yeah.
Threw the wrong one.
Are you going to use real quick? Are you going to use your reaction to make them flat-footed?
What?
I don't think he needs to.
21. Will a 21 hit you?
Me?
Yeah. Well, first off, what happens if it is exactly the same as my armor class?
Then it counts as a hit.
It counts as a hit. Alright.
Yep.
Ugh. Can... Yeah, no, that's it. That's it.
All right. So with that, you take the damage, and at that point, Rokubi raises an arm, lowers it, and shouts, "And that was the most impressive fight of the day! Toe-to-toe, these two competitors using the arena. I am proud to say that I was moved and impressed by these two. But the dwarf has won." And the crowd is like cheering and shouting and everything. And with that, what do you two do at the end of the fight?
I'll help.
For a moment, Saadi just lies there.
I'll help
Touching
Saadi
everyone's-
up and help carry Saadi off the field. Oh, and
She,
take my javelin back.
she offers it back to him, yes.
Next time, let's not enter the same contest, okay?
You kidding? That was the best fight of my life.
All right. And at the end of the contest, a tournament officiator approaches you two, and Drin is given the top prize of 10 gold pieces, and you can put in a request for a custom weapon or shield made for you. And Saadi, you gain the second place prize of 5 gold pieces.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
step
with
away
that-
and grab something to eat. BRB.
Okay. And since at this point the arena is going to be cleaned up for the melee tournament, giving time for everyone to do some private actions if they wish. But also, I think this is a good place to pause for now, so we're going to take 5 at this point.
Yes, the pizza is done.
So, take 5, everybody, and if you think about what you would like to do as a short action that would take half an hour.
Medicine check.
Yeah, Yule is gonna go check in with Yarra and talk with her.
Yeah, also, real quick, you don't have to make a medicine check because they have on-site healers that will tend to your wounds.
Right. BRB.
So he gets Saotome merchant healers will offer you potions, and Higitoki priest will offer you healing. It doesn't really matter who you pick from. That's just for flavor.
Yep. She'll just take the healing potions.
Okay. So
I'm
you are
fine.
healed. Yep, you are healed
And
back up.
I will be right
Everybody,
back.
yep, take 5, and we'll be back in a short while. But yeah, in future, keep in mind that there are actions you can take as well, like CL actions, like deception could be used to like feint, which could help you. You could also try to disarm, which doesn't necessarily count as a direct attack. I do think it was really cool that Drin was like pushing things over. So I'm going to go ahead and give everybody, and that Saadi was role playing that really well. So I'm going to give everybody +1 hero point.
Whoop, whoop.
Battery 40%.
And I have returned.
Welcome
We
back.
got a hero point out of it, Astrid.
We did?
Everybody
Cool.
did, yeah. It helps having a dwarf destroy things, I guess.
I mean,
Well, it was a very fun encounter. So yeah.
I enjoyed it.
And
Although I have to say that this is very much showing off the weaknesses of the sniper class. If anyone actually gets an opportunity to basically get in melee with her, she's not going to do well.
no.
But at least now we know the strengths of it as well. Like honestly, I fully expect that during outdoor encounters, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna find a hill, and when combat starts, I'm just gonna snipe."
Yep.
But you see, that's why you stand behind the dwarf.
But the dwarf was in front of me this time.
I don't remember what this aura does.
So the aura does 2 things. Well, 3 things for you. First, anybody who is a follower of Trud or any of the Dwarven deities knows instinctively that you're a champion of Trud, which typically means that you're going to start off favorably towards them in social checks. Because fun fact, if Iori had chosen the dwarf to join your tournament, and if they had ended up fighting you, they would concede immediately because they refused to fight a champion of Trud.
Actually, I know what I'm going to do for my minor action.
Second, that's the range that you can use your reaction ability. So basically, anybody within 15 feet, you can raise your shield to basically do Liberating Step. Finally, with your new ability, since you chose this instead of Lay on Hands, you can raise your shield and basically activate a Holy Aura. Anybody standing in your 15 feet aura is not only given protection by your shield spell, effectively, but anybody that swings on one of your allies takes automatic holy damage, even if they miss.
Drin the Holy Warrior.
Pretty much.
Saadi's gonna walk up to Drin after their fight, after she's recovered, and she's actually gonna start talking to him. First off, congratulating him on the victory. But second of all,
It was a hot contest.
Do you... What was that?
Do I what?
Well, I was going to ask if you have a weapon in mind for your victory.
Well, I have a +1 weapon already. I probably ought to get a better javelin.
The reason I ask is because, I wanted to buy a sword for Iori, because she doesn't have the best equipment right now.
Well, we can certainly take care of that.
All right.
You're saying
Thanks.
order a sword and give it to Iori.
Exactly.
We could do that, yeah.
Hell yeah!
Thank you.
You all are so nice.
I just earned 10 gold. I can probably buy a new weapon.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually something that we'd have to ask Fee, because me and Iori actually discussed, and Fee actually discussed, the nature of the weapon that we want for Iori. How much would it cost, and would it be better to get it as a reward, or just buy it?
It would actually be much more expensive if you bought it at the store, because it's basically getting a specialized katana. So you're actually getting a bargain if you do it that way. So,
Free
Iori,
weapon.
Iori, you can change your katana to be a finesse weapon, and it will have agile as well.
Hey, what?
Basically,
Agile.
like agile. Basically, what it means is that your multi-attack penalty is not as high.
Oh, sick. Thank you.
Saadi just sort of like reaches over and tugs Drin.
It will be. Yep, the weapon will be ready tomorrow. So
And he's standing there stiff as a board, staring.
He does not understand how affection works.
She backs off.
What is this weird feeling? I don't like it.
He tolerates it out to the little one, and that's it.
Yep. Finally, Drin, you are also have for the next year in Chuye the title of Kirahata's champion of bows. Or actually, no, it wouldn't be bows. Kirahata's champion. Basically, you are one of the 2 champions of the year. Effectively, what that means is that any social check you make against Chuye residents will be at a +1.
Oh, nice. Too bad the dwarf doesn't know how to talk.
Well, but what this means is that you can do help actions at a +1 for anybody else that's doing it.
The art of the menace.
Art of the menace.
Yes.
I do need to collect that one. Because my intimidation is at a -1. And it shouldn't be.
Oh my goodness. They're
Well,
not intimidated by it because they keep on getting away with short jokes.
Well, luckily at level 4, you could take the skill training and train your intimidation up.
Yeah, I probably will.
Okay, is everybody back?
I'm back.
I'm here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Has
All right,
everybody?
shall we get back to it?
Hell yeah.
All right, so after the request has been made, so Iori is going to have a brand new katana tomorrow. So for the next half hour before the melee tournament begins, what do you do? I'm going to start in backwards order, starting with you, Yule.
Yule is going to sit and chat with Saadi. I'm not Saadi. Yarra, asking her basically what would she want him to do as the representative of her house.
Do your
Well,
best to win.
Very well.
Fair enough.
Is there an armory close to this venue?
Yes.
My shield is down to 1 hardness. I need to get it repaired.
Oh, no, it's not the hardness that's reduced, it's the HP.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah, the hardness always stays the same.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. The HP would have been reduced to 1.
Well, no, the shields, I believe, I think Drin's shield is like 20 HP.
Yeah, it's 20. So it went down to 15.
Yeah. So you can spend a little. Actually, you know what? The on-site smiths will ding it out for you and fix it over the course of the next contest. So go ahead and mark it back up to max health.
Okay. Me too, since the healers fixed me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So with that, a big gong is sounded. Gong! And the Oni once again call forth, and Tamami shouts out, Everyone, do return to the contest ring. It is time for the second contest of the day. I would like everyone to put your hands together, for we will be seeing the best melee combatants in Chuye, or at least the ones that we have deemed worthy to entertain us, to fight. And with that, Rokubi once again raises his hand and shouts, Very well. I will ask for the first combat to begin. Goblins, come forth!
Yule moves to his edge of the table, the area.
Let me get the other goblin. There you go. Right. Let me see. I'll put you there. There we go. Alright, and with that, the goblin will go ahead and everybody roll initiative as usual. Okay. So, going in order, Iori, you're up first.
Yep, work. I'll just make a,
Perception check.
yeah, sure. To see if she overhears anything while working.
Oh, wait, I put him too close.
Okay, yeah, I'll scoot
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Your rolls are fire today.
Yeah, I'm really... If only I was doing anything noteworthy.
Actually, since you had a critical success, you get to ask a question, and I will give you another question. I will give you some information. You get to choose. And your choice is, do you hear something juicy about Rokubi or Tanigawa?
I will say Rokubi.
Okay. You overhear a conversation between Rokubi and Tamami. You don't hear all the details, but the gist that you get from it is that Rokubi is exceptionally angry because apparently a fortress project that he was conducting has apparently dissolved. Although he talks around Tamami and distracts the mayor with offers of booze, you get the sense that apparently Rokubi was behind, or at least assisting with the Seven Rings of Heaven, and effectively you've went against his actions by destroying that fort. Now, the reason this is significant, if you recall, is that the Seven Rings of Heaven are trying to act without Tamami's notice.
Oh. Oh no. What have we done?
And you have a question that you can ask that I must answer, but I'll give you some time to think about it and I'll come back to you. Sounds good?
Yeah, sure.
Unless you have something off the top of your head.
I don't.
Okay. So yeah. Just to basically summarize to make sure that it's understood, Rokubi may be acting against Tamami's best interests.
Oh, actually, I did just think of my question.
Okay, shoot.
Who does Tamami have money on?
Tamami, in this particular bout, Tamami actually has money on the Green Goblin.
Well, to that I say...
Misery, that's what you've chosen.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, Drin.
Oh, gosh. Bit of advice yelled out to Yule. Yule, remember, strike hard, strike fast, and strike often.
Okay, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Me to my fellow union workers.
Give me a perception check, unless you have a relevant lore.
Me?
Yeah. Alright, you're gonna get a +1 to your next roll, Yule.
Sweet.
Alright?
Thank you.
Now, it's the Green Goblin's turn. So the Green Goblin is going to seize the initiative And let me just see. What do I have? Okay. So the Green Goblin is going to have to cross. So that's 25. And
He's gonna have to use both 2 movements to get to me.
yep, actually they're going to have to use 2 movements to get there. And then they're going to go ahead and get into melee with you, and that's their turn. Alright, Yarra.
Alright. I'm gonna roll first, then I'll say the line. Because what I say is gonna
Say the
depend on-
line, Bart. Go for it.
Oh.
Do you want to reroll that or add your?
I'm re-rolling. You're kidding!
Why does it keep happening? Why does it keep happening?
Can we just say that didn't get rerolled then? Anyway, no, you still have, remember, you still have your blessing that you could add.
Yeah, let's go ahead and add the blessing.
Is it gonna be...
And that's what, a D8?
Yeah. Oh my god.
17.
Alright, 17 to their will. That's going to be enough. So the Green Goblin is frightened 1.
Okay, and what she says is, "Oi, dung goblin! Take that face over to his axe so he can make some improvements."
Oh, that's actually really good. That's actually really good. Yule, you're up.
That's
You'll
why I was
look
like,
at
I'm
him.
gonna wait and figure out what the roll is before I try.
What would a critical fail be? You duty head?
Yeah.
You'll look at him. You're not getting away from me today. Okay, focusing on him, activating his hunt prey, so he can get his hunter's edge on this goblin,
Go for it.
and swings his shovel straight to his face.
Go for it.
I am going to add my blessing to that.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
17 would hit, but I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction for the deceptive sidestep. You have to re-roll, and you're at a -2 for this roll.
Alright, so I have to both re-roll my attack. So let's see, that's a... Let's see.
Well, you only get 1 re-roll, basically.
Right. Alright. He just made it worse for himself. That's a... 19 now.
Okay, well, yep, 17, because remember you get a -2 to it.
Right.
It still hits, that's what matters.
He basically steps in, so in trying to dodge it, he steps into the strike.
Yep, so the Green Goblin takes 4 damage.
6 damage.
Well, remember, since I forced a reroll,
He still gets the additional precision damage from
you're right.
Hunter's
So
Edge.
6. Okay. So 6 damage. You're right.
And then my third action, which is my second attack. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit, and that's 3 damage.
9 damage.
9 damage. And he goes down. The Green Goblin is down. I mean, not dead, but...
He's a boom, boom! Just like a...
Spider-Man!
And with that, the combat ends as Rokubi throws down an arm and says, "That was the most pathetic thing I've seen all day! What is this? Defeated in one hail of blows? That was about as short as they are!"
Yule turns to Rokubi. "I thank you for the insult!"
It's the least that you deserve. Now get off the stage for the next bout.
Yule picks...
Actually, it was the other goblin's fault, not yours.
What did you say? Yule does what? Okay. I think you blinked out again, but I'm assuming you picked up the goblin.
Yule picks up the goblin and takes him with him.
And as you're being carted off, Tamami looks over to Rokubi and says, I don't think you should be so rude. That was very funny. It made me laugh. And entertainment is what I crave. I thank you, a successful goblin, for defeating the unsuccessful one.
Good enough.
Yule bows his head.
And then Tamami looks towards Tamigawa and whispers something. Anybody with a perception score of 9 or better can see that she's saying, what were their names again?
Who?
It's Yule.
No. Tamami was asking Tamigawa that. Basically, that was amusing, but not amusing enough for me to remember their names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Drin definitely hears that from across the room.
Well, it's not that I heard, it's lip reading is what I was saying, basically.
Oh, yeah.
No, Yarra's
you didn't have to roll for it. I was looking at what's your perception score. Anyway, it doesn't matter. With that, Rokubi says, very well, then let us go to the next bout. You! Pointing. Let me see, that was...
Grinning Gnome and Dour Dwarf.
Yep. Dour Dwarf! Dwarf! Gnome! Stand forward and make yourselves known. And with that, the gnome and the dwarf step forward. And I'm going to ask the party. The dwarf appears to be a cleric, and the gnome appears to be a monk. Who wins this bout?
No.
Because I'm not going to...
Oh, that would be hard to pick.
Saadi's just gonna bet 5 copper on the cleric.
How about Drin rolls a weapon shot and someone else rolls their weapon shot, and whichever one is higher.
Yeah, I can roll
For
my...
the dwarf.
Or we could have one of you roll a d20 check.
Okay, I will roll for the gnome.
Well, what I was just saying is somebody roll for the gnome. We'll say, since dwarves are taller, high roll is the dwarf wins, and low roll is that the gnome wins.
Okay.
So who who hasn't gotten the roll yet today? Actually, everybody has. All right, low roll.
The gnome wins.
Gnome wins. So with that, the dwarf is defeated and is sent packing to the
odds were stacked in the gnome's favor. Low roll, the gnome wins. High rolls.
Hey,
Saadi, no.
Saadi. Well, hey, that's Saadi. That was just a 5 copper that you picked up off the ground. So
Yes, that is the point.
Okay.
So basically, you just returned it to the people who gave it to you.
Okay.
Yep.
You returned it to the people of Chuye. And with that, the final bout is brought in, which is going to be Yule versus the gnome. So Rokubi shouts out, Gnome! Goblin! Come forth, and do make this an interesting one.
Interesting last time.
Alright.
Alright, and for the final time, everybody roll initiative. What do they want to roll?
Yeah, Saadi's just not going to be doing anything.
Okay, so we have our initiative checks, and getting it into order. Drin, you're up.
Remember what Brahm has taught you and me both. Dodge and weave when you have to, strike hard when you have to, but win.
Alright, make your roll.
And that would be...
Performance. Alright, you're gonna get a +1 to your roll.
Hell yeah.
Yarra, you're up.
Okay. Let me roll my intimidation.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay. The gnome is going to be frightened 1.
All right. I'm just trying to find a good one. You smell worse than a necromancer's workshop.
That's a good one too. Iori, you're up.
She's working.
Okay. So we'll skip that. Yule, you're up.
Alright, Yule takes his action to get as close as he can, looks him straight in the eye and says, "You're not escaping this fight unscathed," and marking them as his prey.
Okay. And okay. And so on their turn, the grinning gnome moves forward and says, "I don't need to. My combat technique is stronger than yours." And with that, we'll spend 1 action to move in. We'll spend another action to attempt to trip you. So that's going to be a athletics versus your. I lose -1 to this versus your reflex. Actually, let me just check that just to be sure. P2E trip. Because I think it is against your reflex DC. So what's your reflex bonus?
10, so 20 in total.
Alright, 20. So that's not going to be enough.
Yule just steps over the sweep.
And then they will attempt a flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so here is the first attack.
That misses.
That is. Oh my god, that is terrible.
Yule just
hit himself.
Yule just
How did I roll that 1 twice? Go ahead.
Yule just leans to the left, leans to the right, looks unimpressed.
Alright, and the frightened 1 condition wears off. So now you and I reroll initiative.
Oh no, I haven't even got. Oh yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you moved.
Let me grab my character.
There we go, that's much better. That's what I want to see.
Alright.
Alright, Drin, you're up.
Initiative? I roll an initiative?
No, you're good.
No. You just take your turn.
Oh! Remember, hit him hard and hit him fast.
Alright, give me a perception check. Or performance, pardon. Alright, that will not be enough. Alright, now it's the gnome's turn. Now the gnome is no longer frightened, so they will, I know what they're gonna do. So they are going to attempt a, do I want to do this? Yeah, I think I will. They're going to first attempt a disarm. This is an athletics against your, reflex. Not quite.
Nope. Yule just blocks it with a spare hand, whoop.
Alright, then they will attempt a feint. So that's going to be a deception check versus your perception DC. Your perception plus 10, basically.
That misses by 1.
Okay, and then they will flurry of blows. So here's the first attack. Come on! Roll higher! Alright, you're up.
They have
Yarra, actually.
They have a -4 and a -8 there on those attacks. What the heck?
Oh, wait, he should not be at a minus.
It's like he's on multi-attack number 2.
Well, anyway, I'll figure that out, but, 8 plus 6. No, it's correct. Why is there a -8? Oh, no, that's because the multi-attack penalty. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay, that will not be enough, Yarra.
So
Iori, you're just watching, right? Just working?
Yeah, she's just working.
Alright, so I'll skip you. Yule, you're up.
shovel.
Hey.
That will hit.
All right. Does an 18 hit? I'm using that +1 that I have.
An 18 will not hit. But the 20 does hit, which will do 7 damage. And they...
14.
Go ahead.
14 damage.
Oh, right.
Because they're my marked target.
Okay, in that case, the gnome goes down.
It's just like... Block. Boom! Just a one... just a slap... Just a strike with the shovel. To the side of their face, sending them flying.
Okay, and with that, the combat ends as Rokubi raises an arm, throws it down, and shouts, "And that is yet another bout, if I dare call it such. But the goblin has won victorious." Do you say good?
Thank you. I fight for the honor of House Shadowtide. I thank you for the honor of the tournament.
And with that, the Oni bows his head and
House Thul. House Thul. Thank you. I meant to say Thul, yes.
And with that, the Oni bows their head in acknowledgement as the tournament concludes. A officiator comes and offers you 10 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a choice of custom-made weapon or shield for you.
We're definitely getting... I have it pulled up. A composite? Would it be a +1 weapon? Or is it just a straight... Okay.
No, it's just the weapon. You have to get the rune yourself.
Alright. Well, a composite short bow.
Alright, one will be crafted for you and will be delivered to your home tomorrow. And with that, it is the evening time. The tournament has ended. Prizes have been won, and the Oni's servants are heaping praise upon you. At the end of that, Iori, for working as hard as you have and making your tea house your gambling den a lot of money, you're excused early. So you are free for the rest of the day. And did I already give? I didn't give you your pay for yet, did I?
You did.
Okay. So you've earned your pay for the day, and you're now excused. The party is now free to do what they wish for the rest of the evening. What will you do?
Saadi's actually going to go shopping in the market.
Okay. Keep in mind, since this is an all-day thing, the markets are closed for the evening, and now evening activities are open. Basically, like gambling or partying or whatnot. I mean, there are shops open, but but it's like you don't have as many options because some people got to go to bed.
Understood. In that case, I'll save that for tomorrow.
Okay. So, what will the party do now?
Yarra is going to get in her evening get up and go to, what was it, the Jade Coin?
Yes.
Yep. And go hobnobbing.
Okay, so you spend the rest of the day hobnobbing, or what else? Anyone else?
Out of duty, I'll be following her.
Darn it.
Yule is going to spend his time actually at that temple. The temple to technically one god, but it's actually the other. Or it used to be.
Oh, well, are you talking about the one that, which one are you referring to?
I forget what the name. The one where we helped where we gave the tokens, the Susumo emblems to. I'm trying to remember the name of the temple now.
Do you mean the Higetoki family?
No, we went to a temple in town.
The Temple of General Susumu.
It formerly was, but since he got outlawed, it's technically something else.
Fumiyoshi.
Yeah, Fumiyoshi. Yeah.
Okay, so you spend your evening there. Iori, what are you doing with the rest of your evening?
She's going back to the bean drinker because she is fucking exhausted. She spent all day walking around in whatever godforsaken outfit and heels they laid out to make money for a bunch of people who she hates. So she just wants to go back.
The real life work experience. All right. And Drin, we've already covered. Saadi, what are you doing? Since you're not going to be shopping, what are you doing?
Saadi's just going to return to the bean drinker as well.
Okay. So, the evening passes without further incident. You spend your evening doing the tasks that you wish. I take it that everybody's returning to the bean drinkers to rest?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask Drin or Yarra to roll a flat d20 to see if a random encounter happens while you're out and about. Let's see, what did you roll? 12? Not enough, nothing happens.
Woohoo!
So, you make it back to the inn, you rest up, so go ahead and full heal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gain 1 hero point.
Yay!
Yay.
And it is now the 18th.
What? You said Caesar, right?
Suzumu.
No, the other god.
Fumiyoshi.
Yeah.
Fumiyoshi.
Yeah, I'll type it out.
No, I have it. I was just trying to remember the name.
It's all good. Alright, so it is now the 18th, so no events are happening today. And if you recall, you had agreed to help Iori with a little task.
Yes.
So you do have the morning to prepare. So if you wish to make any changes to your alchemy, this is mostly for Saadi, then feel free to do so. Everyone else, what do you do?
Can we take a 5-minute break so I can run to the bathroom?
Okay, yeah. Take 5,
Sorry.
everybody. No, it's all good. It's all good. Let's take 5.
So this is a bit of an embarrassing question at this point, but do I get to make 4 of whatever item I want that is like in my gnome formulas, or just like bombs and stuff?
Well,
or
okay.
Is it have to be 4 of the same thing?
No, you can any combination you wish. Keep in mind that you get for your daily stuff, basically the stuff that you can't restore, you get 2.
Yeah. 2?
You get two. No. You get 2 of each item you choose. So, like, you have 4 slots, right?
I think so. In 4 infused reagents, yes.
Okay, so that means each of those reagents can make 2 of one item in your book.
Okay.
Which for you is but only for ammo and bombs.
Yep. Okay. I know exactly what I'm going to get then. Let's see. 2 of this. 2 of this. 2 of this. And 2 of this.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the restroom, so go ahead and do what you need to do. I'll be back in a moment.
Oh, wait. Shoot. Oh, yes, okay, that's correct. Whew.
Okay, sorry about that.
All good. Yeah, the advantage. So, what's different about this composite short bow versus a regular short bow is I get to actually add my strength modifier, half my strength modifier to my damage.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember those from the Pathfinder game, the PC one.
Yeah.
Having used a longbow and a compound bow, the compound bow is much more powerful.
Yep.
Oh wait, well, hold on. That's a compound bow, though. That's the one that's the metal one made of with gears, right?
Pulleys, but yeah.
Pulleys. Yeah. A composite bow is made of horn,
Oh, I see.
like
Okay.
animal horns.
Okay.
It is something that steppe riders, of the Eurasian steppe, Mongols, Huns, those sorts of people tended to use.
And
Whereas in the
They
West,
took over the known world with.
mhm. Whereas in the West, in Britain, France, everywhere else,
It was the
they
longbow.
tended to use, bows made of wood.
Yep.
Yew wood specifically for the English.
Yep.
And in the Odyssey, if I remember correctly, Odysseus had a horn bow.
That would make sense. It makes it special.
It was also why no one else could string it, and only he could.
It was goddamn strong.
Goddamn strong, and he was the only one who knew how.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have any of you ever seen those Japanese longbows?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They're so fucking huge.
And deadly. Jesus Christ.
Oh, they're called Yumis. Nice.
Hi, Nee. Are you a good boy? Sorry. No one on stream can see him, so I'm gonna just turn the camera so you guys can.
Cat tax. Cat tax.
There he is. He's a good boy. He's a pain in the butt, but he is a good boy.
Should listen to him scream at 2 o'clock in the morning.
And this is why you don't sleep in the living room, Dad.
I do when I'm sick.
I know.
I need just supposed to see out the window. You sit behind your computer looking out the window.
Yes. And every time he does that, I'm afraid, like last stream, he's gonna fall on the power cord of the monitor and kill the monitor.
Yep.
Again. Psst, psst, psst. Hi. Yes, you're precious. You are. Yeah. Oh, yes. That's just the straw in my cup, Einstein. You're fine.
Okay, I'm back.
Woohoo! So am I. I'm sorry about having to run off like I did.
It's all good. So, everybody ready to go? Continue?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so that takes us back to the bean drinks. So, that day, at the morning of, breakfast is served. Just like the day before, they have a variety of meals, both foreign and local. And because 2 members of your party are champions of the arena, your meals are free for today.
Woohoo!
In the middle of your meal, obviously they're in their elf form, so I'm going to put a little symbol. I will put
Ninja
that one.
mask? Okay, that works too.
Yep. So obviously they're in the elf form, but you see Daituchi approach your table and sits down. And he says, my friend over there, nodding at Iori, has mentioned that you will be assisting me with my little endeavor. I assume that she has told you what I wish to have done? In
Thank you,
character,
sir.
I'm assuming that you would have done so, right? So I'll
Yeah.
just... Alright. Basically, Daituchi is following up a lead on a member of Mizuki Hikari that was captured.
Oh.
And specifically, they have found a mercenary who supposedly was there when they were captured and taken by the Oni. And Daituchi has managed to convince them to hold a private meeting to pay a certain sum of gold for said information. However, Daituchi, being paranoid, believes this is a setup and has asked you to be present but hidden in case things go wrong to assist them. He has already given it to Iori, but he's offered a full suite of invisibility potions. And so that way you could be there around noon when the meeting is supposed to start in a cherry blossom field in Kitahata. But he's open to hearing what your strategies will be. Basically, if nothing happens, then you'll be paid regardless. But if something happens, make sure that he lives and that the target lives, so that they can be so that he can question them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and so back to the roleplay. Daisushi says, so that is what I wish to have done. As mentioned, I have given Iori-san some potions of invisibility. It may make it easier for you to hide, but if you have other strategies in mind, then I am open to it. I will say that if you are not confident that you will can remain unseen, then I would urge you to use the potions, because if I have too many visibly with me, then they likely will not even show.
That's the head bets
Mm-hmm.
and gives us an advantage anyway. They can't see us.
Should Saadi's going to ask him, should I be wearing armor or should I come in only normal clothing?
Well,
Basically, do I need to come in disguise?
that is up to you. The reason I chose the spot that I've chosen is because it is out of the way of the larger festivities. It is likely that we will remain unbothered if anything does happen.
Alright.
I would urge you to dress appropriately for combat, just in case this does go down.
Alright. She will do that. Also, I just want a bit of a random note. Is anyone here good at throwing things?
You really asked that after you just had javelins thrown at you.
Rin! Millennial! Ow. Saadi just hands him a water bomb and an electricity bomb. Be careful about how you use these. One will enhance the other.
Very well.
Alright. With that, Saadi just says, I'll try my best to keep out of sight. I'm good at hiding, just without any potions.
And Daituchi rubs his chin, looks at you, and says, actually, I remember you being a gunner. There is a hill nearby if you wish to remain out of sight and a good vantage point.
How far is it from the site?
The nearest hill, I would say, is Within a good half step. If it were measured in measurement tools, like for a board, I would say it would be within 70 feet or so.
Take it.
70 feet, you say?
So, what is the plan then?
I am replugging the power cord into my monitor.
I'll drink a potion and stay somewhere out of sight.
I'll be hiding.
Yule will be hiding with a potion for him and his wolf.
Very well. Then, if you... The meeting again is happening at noon. I suggest that you be there. I suggest that you be at the Kitahata Park of New Dreams within a half hour of the meeting. The specific spot we are meeting is near a wooden bridge, which is near a small lake. It is the only one in a park, so it should be easy to find.
What's the park called?
It is called the Kitahata Park of New Dreams, and I will type that in.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else that you wish to discuss before I depart and get ready myself?
No, I don't believe so. Anyone else?
I think we're good.
Let's begin.
Okay. So with that, Daikitsu departs, leaving you alone to make your preparations. Is there anything that you wish to do beforehand?
Iori is going to fill the team in on what she learned while she was working.
All about the Oni stuff?
Yeah, about the scrambling to try and...
I was keeping the notes on them, if you want me to.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay. Rokubi is a mountain Oni. He's proud and brutal, and won't back down from challenges. He's exceptionally angry because of the dissolution of a fortress project. You know, not that we'd had anything to do with that. It seems likely that he was using the 7 Rings of Heaven to oppose Tamami. Tanigawa was the Spirit Oni. He's a patient spellcaster. Very deliberate. Let's see. I didn't write anything else down. And
They are. I was gonna say they have no major weaknesses, but they have low reflex and will. Yeah, reflex and will save. They're a bit clumsy.
Except against magic, they are strong against magic.
Yeah, I was mostly referring to the things that I learned while eavesdropping, which I think still got covered there. Fees, can you think of anything that needs to be said that wasn't said already?
The only thing I can see that needs to be added is that the Tamami seems to be uninvolved in the larger events going on. It seems to be people acting around her. Tamami is just head mystic.
Thank you, Fee.
No problem. Glad to get out. All right. So what else do you do?
I mean, that's me, so it's going to be whatever everyone else says.
Wait for the time to be ready there and go.
Yep.
Okay. So, I will put you on the map. So, here's the map. And you can place yourselves on the map. I put Daikitsu where the meeting is going to be. If you're within 30 feet of that, you will have to make stealth checks. Because even if you're invisible, you could be there could be signs that you're there. If you're outside of 30 feet of Tsunami, then you don't need to roll if you're invisible. You will if you're not using a potion. Obviously, Saadi doesn't need to worry because they're off the map sniping.
All right, for the moment, I'm just putting my rhyme marker down here in the corner.
Where's my
How do we have a token that just says horse on it? How do they just not have a token of a horse?
I know, it's silly.
All right.
Where is our horse during all this? Where is Jamal? The
Jamal
horse-lane camel.
is living the high life at the Bean Drinkers. He's just like, I'm a working horse. I'm getting all this time to relax. Oh, look at all these ladies. They're being nice to me.
The horse is holding up, like, the meme with holding up the nails. Just slaying.
Where is Saadi's token?
Do you want to be on the map? Yeah, I'll put you on. Actually, yeah, I would have to put you on the map. So I'm gonna
Just
put
so
you
that
on.
you can show me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just so that you can show me where I am, like in the distance, like west, north, east, south.
Yeah, give me 1 second. There you go.
You're a shooter on the lake.
All right, so you would be on this side.
Gotcha.
Grumpy,
So I'll
you
put
pull your
myself-
character sheet onto the board.
Here, I'll get you on the board. 1 moment. There you go.
I gotcha. Sorry, Einstein's being a needy little punk.
All right. Remember, if you're within 30 feet of
Moo.
then you will have to roll stealth. Here, I'll put an aura around. Give me a second.
I'm at the 35. I'm pretty sure.
There you go. There. I made it yellow, so if you're within that yellow circle, then you will have to roll. Otherwise, you're good.
So we have 3 invisibles off on the side here. Yep.
Ow. Einstein.
Yeah. Drin will have used the invisibility potion.
Okay. So you're going to start invisible. And Saadi is off the map. We're just putting Saadi there for the purpose of like initiative and stuff.
He's about 70 feet away.
Yep. And Iori, you're staying there, so go ahead and give me a stealth.
She is in the tree.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Oh, also, could you flip my token?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're in ninja mode.
Ninja.
Remember, you can just you just click your character and go multi-side, choose side.
Oh,
yeah, you can right-click it. I forgot about that.
Oh, I didn't know I could do it. Well.
Oh, yeah. Well, now you know.
Okay, I'm invisible.
All right, let me just look at the sheet of the.
What did you do?
Oh, what happened?
Oh, the 4-legged.
Oh.
If you look on my stream, he is actually in screen.
Yeah.
He knocked something over, so I was like, what did you do?
Yeah, I'm just getting the.
He's just being a little bit needy today.
It's because the little one wants to play. I mean.
Well, I also was gone for 2 nights.
Oh. Alright, so it looks like that you're good to go. None of them have noticed you. So, with that, a short time later, you see Daikitsu arriving and sitting across from a table. Daikitsu in elf form is remaining calm as can possibly be. And once that, after a short time, you see through the trees several figures stepping out.
Oh.
Moo?
And a dwarf approaches the table and stands behind the table with one hand on the seat, looking over at the elf.
That's one ugly ass dwarf.
Oh no, I'm sorry, hobgoblin. My bad. The hobgoblin. The hobgoblin stands with a hand on the back of the chair, and they're having quiet conversation. The only one close enough that could hear the conversation is Iori. So give me a perception check to see if you catch it.
I'll reroll that.
Okay.
You still have that D8 though, right? Because you didn't use it.
Oh, that's true. Do you want to use the D8 before you reroll?
Nope.
Or do you want to save it? Okay. On a 20, you do hear it. You hear enough to get the feeling that Daituchi is trying to keep the conversation on point, but you notice that the hobgoblin is waiting for the others to look around and spread out. And it's very apparent that it's going to be an ambush, especially when the hobgoblin reaches for a weapon at their side and says, the only reason that you would be asking about someone from Mizuki Hikari is if you're part of the rebellion. And I imagine Tamami will pay handsomely for a traitor. What do you do?
Iori is going to look at what I have in my inventory for this.
Yule is, if you would.
Hold on. Let's hear what they have to say first.
Certainly.
He's the only one close enough to hear specifically what's going on.
So what were you saying, Iori?
She is going to cast Ghost Sound, and she is going to make it the sound of like the fight gong from the combat yesterday.
Oh.
Very clever. I like that. Alright, so I'm guessing it's a signal, right?
Yeah, she's basically signaling for everybody else that like it's about to go down. And admittedly they hadn't talked about what a signal should be before, but I figured this would probably get everyone's attention.
This is definitely good enough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this: like the adventurers are better prepared than the players are. Let's be real. So I assume that you would have arranged that as a signal beforehand. Sounds fair?
Yeah. Fine by me. So yeah,
right.
she makes the signal that it's about to get hot.
All right. So everybody, please roll initiative. If everybody can roll stealth or perception, the enemies have to roll perception.
Oh!
I'm gonna reroll mine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ooh,
You have a lot of rerolls because I didn't use it.
God, for real, Jesus.
You can roll a D8 on
mine.
that.
Yeah, fine. I'll burn the blessing on it.
Yeah, and you burn the blessing on the higher one.
Yeah, so I'm at a 17 then.
All right, so let me just mark that. Iori has where are you? There you are. 17. All right, everybody rolled and everybody's correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so Yarra, you are up first.
All right. She's gonna go up to this one and whack her with the axe. Also, the grids are lining up.
That's because that was built in on the map. So
Okay.
just we have to work with what we got.
Okay. Does
And
17...
that's why I made the roll 20 grid invisible so that just ignore it
Okay.
as best as you can. Anyway, so since you are hidden, they are flat-footed basically to you.
Yep,
so
and I did rate it because with the new system, don't I like automatically rage?
yes,
Yes, you do.
Yep.
if you choose to, which I'm assuming you are.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 19 effectively, which will hit. So 11 damage. Am I correct?
Yes.
Well, 13 damage because
Yeah.
you Or are you doing spirit damage? Because then it would be +3 instead of +2.
Oh, definitely spirit.
Alright. That's going to be 14 damage, which nearly cuts that the Hringar down, but they are still standing, and invisibility snaps off of you. Is that it, or you have another action?
I have another action. Give me 1 second. I was trying to take a sip of my lemonade. That would be a 14.
Still flat-footed.
They are still flat-footed, but let me see. What is their armor class? They do merrily manage to dodge out of the way as you swing with your great axe again. They just step back so that it swipes the air right in front of their nose, but it's a narrow miss.
She just has this look of, I'm gonna kill you next time.
And the Hringar shouts, "It's an ambush, boss!" And with that, Saadi, you're up.
He's going to target this one.
Go for
They're
it.
within 70 feet, so there's no range increment worries.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Are you
And
using
also-
any cushion?
Any what?
That's what they are using any cushion.
Yes. She is going to be using her electric shot on the Jazale.
Okay, go for it. Alright, and that's going to be a 24, because obviously you were unseen. So let me check. Is that a crit? Not quite, but go ahead and roll the damage for your electric shot.
Wait, did you use your buff yet?
Buff. Oh, yes, I have.
You-
Blessing I have.
okay.
In fact, use that.
Okay.
But also,
Oh.
I'm not sure
And
what was I
first
gonna
shot,
say.
you also get first shot, first skill.
Lightning is just lightning shot is just one. I think it's one ongoing and then one thing. Just so.
What is the alchemical called? Elemental.
Elemental ammunition. It reads. Let's see, 1 persistent damage, 1 splash damage.
Okay.
I
So
think
they
it's 5
have.
feet range.
Alright, so that's going to be. Well, the 5 foot is not going to hit anyone else, but they are going to take persistent damage, so that is.
So that's just 3 damage instead of 2.
Yep.
Don't forget your first shot, first kill.
Yeah, yes, right. Give me just a second. And then, of course, she's going to reload and cover. Where is my
Sorry.
kill?
Alright, so that's going to be an additional 3 damage.
Covered reload. And Giselle strike it. Oh, whoops. I wouldn't have hit anyways, but I should have been at a -5 disadvantage as well.
Well, keep in mind you hit. Range strike. Yeah, that wouldn't have hit, but. Alright, that's your turn. So, Drin, you're up.
Well, it's 35 feet from me to him, so I'm going to charge up there.
Remember, we're supposed to keep him at least alive. You can knock the fuck out of him, but keep him alive.
Yeah. The Hobgoblin is the one that Daikitsu mentioned should be kept alive.
Do you want to borrow my frying pan?
No. I'll grapple the little twerp.
Actually, hobgoblins are human sized, just so you know. So he's a little bit taller than you.
Well, let's see what Drin does.
Well, I'm having trouble turning off the ruler.
Click the
arrow in the top left.
Oh, now my whole game just went away.
Oh no. Do I need to come out there?
No, I just need to restart it.
Oh.
Yeah, they
You clicked a little too far.
Oops.
There. And then it's athletics check.
Yeah.
As soon as I get my character sheet back running.
So tired.
Athletics. There we go.
Alright, against the target's Fortitude DC. So you got a 26. The Hobgoblin is, let me see, Fortitude. That's going to be enough for a critical. Critical says your target is restrained until the end of your next turn unless you move or your target escapes. And restrained, the creature, you have they're off guard and they're immobilized, and they can't use any attack or manipulate action except to attempt to escape. Alright. So they are grappled, and what else will you do? Or was that it?
That was 3 turns,
Okay.
wasn't it?
So,
Yeah, that was 2 turns
Yep.
to get there and 1 turn to grapple him.
Yep. Yule, you're up.
Alright. Yule takes aim and fires from invisibility at
Big.
the big bitch.
Okay. Go for
Actually, no. We're gonna mark her as my hunted prey,
it. Alright.
and then doing a hunted shot, firing twice.
Go for it.
I'm going to re-roll that. So that means I re-roll both. There we go.
Okay, so that would be 2 hits. So how much damage is that?
That's a total of 9 plus 2d8s.
17.
17
Alright.
damage.
So the ogre takes 2 arrow shots and it lands in her back, and she howls in pain and anguish at the shot.
Then I command my wolf, and we adjust position. There we go.
Okay.
And that's me.
Alright. And so now it'll be the Hobgoblin's turn. So the Hobgoblin can only attempt to escape, so the first action is going to be attempt to escape. What's your athletics plus 10? Drin?
9 plus 10, 19.
Alright, so I need a 19 to escape. Alright, so I spend an action, I manage to break free, and the Hobgoblin, in a fury, looks towards towards Daikitsu and yells out, "Remain there!" And they will draw their weapons as their second action, which is a longsword and a shield, and then they will raise their shield. So that's their turn. Iori, you're up.
Okay, so Iori is going to hop out of the tree that she is in, and let me get the measuring stick.
Ninja.
She's gonna zip zap her way between herself and even the Hobgoblin, and she's going to cast Forbidding Ward, targeting.
Daikitsu, good call.
Daikitsu and the Hobgoblin specifically, since it has to be a specific. It has to target one ally and one enemy, but he will gain an additional +1 armor class against attacks from the Hobgoblin.
Good call. All right.
And as a free action, Iori will just tell him to run towards the bridge.
Right. Thank you, Iori.
And that is...
Oh, no, actually, they don't say your name. They say, "Thank you, my friend."
Yeah, and that is her turn.
All right, and Daikitsu will attempt to... Actually, let me look at Daikitsu's sheet real quick. There we go. Daikitsu is going to attempt a dagger strike on the Hobgoblin. 16... will miss because of the shield being raised, and then they will attempt to run. And the hobgoblin is going to make a reactive strike attempting to target them. So here is that attack. They get a +1 armor class, right? Doesn't matter. They get away scot-free. And then Daikitsu, for their last attack, is going to throw the dagger at the... Actually, no. What they're going to do is attempt to demoralize the hobgoblin. So this is going to be a check against their will, which is not going to be enough. All right. So now it's the ogre's turn. The ogre is going to ignore the mission and is going to go for the one that attacked it last, and it's going to move over here.
Excuse me. Sorry.
And then
That was the ogre moving.
That's exactly what it was. First, it's going to roar in your face, attempting to scare you. So, I think your will save is higher than that, so that's a fail.
Yeah, no, 18. It has to be at least an 18.
And then it'll swing its ogre hook at you.
Stay away from that.
What's your armor class?
19.
19. That is a critical, so you take 26 damage.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
We've had experience with ogre hooks, remember?
Yeah.
Deadly weapon be like?
Nothing like a 4-foot
And
dwarf
that's-
carrying around a 10-foot ogre hook as a weapon.
Alright, and that's it for them. Now the sharpshooters are going to turn, and one's going to fire... let's take a look. One is going to seek to see if they can spot Saadi. So what is your stealth check?
You just mean like my stealth +10, or do I roll stealth?
Your stealth +12, because you took cover.
21.
21, so that one did spot you. So they will attempt to fire, but you do have mass cover, so your armor class is +4, so they will that one will attempt to shoot you. Not even close, and will reload. The other one is going to slip away from Yarra, raise their, and they're going to attempt. Do you have a reactive strike?
I think I do.
All right, check your sheet. You keep pace with a stride up to your speed. All right, then you follow. That's cool. All right, seeing that you won't get away from them, they are going to switch weapons to a mace and swing it at you. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes, it does.
So you take 4 bludgeon.
Oh. Look, you broke a nail.
Actually, don't forget, do you have damage resistance in your rage?
Yes.
Yes.
How much resistance do you know? Oh, no, it's temporary HP, that's what it was.
Yeah, so I only actually technically lose 2.
Yeah, so,
So my point of, you broke a nail.
And looky, it's your turn, Yarra.
Yep, 1 sec.
Don't die.
Are you going to fry pan them?
Oh, hell no. I already hit him with the axe once. You deserve no mercy, bitch.
Hey.
Okay, what the heck? Why did that roll twice?
Well, it doesn't matter. Still got a 20.
Well, remember, since that was 2 rolls, we go with the first one, which is an 11, unless you want to re-roll that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I re-rolled that and go for that.
Alright,
Take the next one.
Alright, so this 20 will hit, which will take that one down. Crunch. Yeah, 2 actions remaining.
I do. And I'm going to align with Yule. And crunch him up. Oh.
Not that way you won't.
No.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, sadly not.
The tree's in the way.
Saadi, you're up.
No, first thing that Saadi has to do is reload her gun. So she's going to cover reload. Then she's going to shoot the archer or the
Excuse me.
crossbowman.
Go for it.
Gazelle. Oh,
That's a critical! Oh! So,
Yeah,
right in the head.
yep, bullet straight, one in the head, now he is dead. And the Ringar now out of the fight, so I'll remove them from initiative.
Is going to, with her last action, covered reload, she is loading an electric bullet into the chamber.
Nice. Alright. Drin, you're up.
So really quickly before we go on, someone heal Yule so that I don't accidentally splash damage him to death.
That or you could have loaded in one of the life bullets and shot him with that.
Life bullets?
Oh!
Yes, we still have.
Yeah, but Saadi doesn't have that ability yet.
No, we have.
We have them.
Yeah. We have 2 life shots in our in the group inventory, which I assume that she took because they're bullets, and she's our gun user.
Life shot?
Yeah.
Basically,
I just
healing
never saw
bullets.
that. Oh,
Healing bullets from
okay.
Team Fortress 2.
I literally never knew that. Can I just say that I loaded that instead?
I'm good with that.
Cool, thanks.
Okay.
I'll just need to add that to my inventory now.
So Drin takes the defensive advance, rushing forward towards which target?
The same one that I'm engaged with,
Okay.
right in front of me.
Shield, stride, and swing. So make your swing. Ooh! 29, is that a crit? That is a crit. Even with... Actually, no, because they've raised their shield, it is not a crit. So that's going to be 10 damage. You strike through with your silvered warhammer.
Surrender now, and I'll let you live.
Not a chance, dwarf. Big one, take this one down.
You asked for it. That one won't work, though.
Actually, you know what? I did forget. The hobgoblin is going to take a shield block as a reaction. So they are going to take 5 less damage. And the shield takes 5 damage as well. Alright. And the second attack misses, and that's it.
Yep.
Alright. Yule, you're up.
Alright. Until he gets hit with a healing round, he is going to use one of his minor healing pots to heal himself a little bit.
Okay.
Just to keep himself from getting splatted. So that's a D8. 5, that pushes him up to 18.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, he takes aim for a double shot. Again with the hunted shot.
Okay, and who are you aiming at?
The big bitch, of course.
Okay, since they are huge, they are going. Their armor class is raised by 2 since you're trying to shoot into melee.
Also flanking, so...
Alright, so I guess that offsets. So, that will be a hit. So, how much damage is that?
Let's see, that's 10 plus 2d8. For a total of 15.
Okay.
Then he commands his last action, he will command his wolf and move towards and take a step back and sort of forcing them to have to move around the gazebo to get to him.
Okay.
Right through me.
Yep,
Alright.
right by you.
So it is now the Hobgoblin's turn. So, the Hobgoblin, can't use that ability. Alright, so the Hobgoblin, keeping their shield raised, is going to take a... first, they're going to attempt to feint, to do a feint attack targeting Drin. So this is going to be a deception check against your... Shoot, I have to look it up again. Alright, what's your perception score?
6.
6, so I need a 16. Not even close, sadly. So then that's the first action. Second, they are... Oh wait, I was rolling for the ogre, I'm sorry. I have to roll for the correct one. So they will... Still not enough. So then they will make a... They're going to attempt to shove Drin down to the ground. So the first action is going to be... Actually, you know what? No. They're just going to swing. So here is the attack targeting Drin. 11 is going to be a miss. You don't have to make that unless I hit. And second will be... Now they'll attempt a shove. So this is going to be a -5. Not enough. Alright. That was a bad turn. Iori, you're up.
Show him that new knife, that new sword.
It's just I don't have the new sword yet.
Yeah, you do. We
They
were
were delivered in the morning.
Yeah, you would have had time.
Oh shit! I didn't know they delivered it. All right.
Yeah, it's been delivered.
What do you think I've been using? I've been using my special foot.
Ew.
So it is now finesse and agile.
Yes.
So make sure its attack roll is for dexterity rather than strength.
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
I did not catch that it had been delivered already because she had planned on doing something before, like, taking it with her, but it's too late for that now, so...
Well, what were you going to do?
It would have been, like, an RP thing, and it would have taken time, so it's
Well,
just like...
you know, if you want, we can just say that it wasn't delivered yet, and then we can do that instead.
Yeah.
No, yeah, let's do it that way then. Sounds good?
Okay. She's going to attack the closest one with her Wakizashi.
Okay. Would you like to move into flanking, or are you good there?
I'll go into flanking, because I think that gives me sneak attack.
That will give you sneak attack, but I will also get a reactive strike.
Try me.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use reactive strike because I need to keep my shield up, so never mind. You're good. Alright, that's going to be an 18, and 18 will hit. So that's going to be 9 damage with the sneak attack, and I will shield block. So I soak 5 of that, and the shield and the goblin take the rest. So that's going to be 9 damage minus 5, so we take 4 damage each. You have one other action, right?
Oh, that was a 5-foot step. Does that take an action?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, then she'll just make a second attack.
Go for it. That's a hit too, and I can't shield block that. That is an additional 11 damage, and that's going to take them out. I'm assuming that you're going for a non-lethal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, non-lethal, they're unconscious.
She basically uses, like, she gets into, like, knife pressed against throat position using her sword, and then just, like, headbutts them unconscious.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Alright, Daituchi is going to... Daituchi is going to raise a dagger and attempt to throw it at the ogre. That will be 4 damage to the ogre. And then we'll raise another, grab another dagger. The ogre is going to step. And then the ogre is going to take a swing, first targeting... Alright, so you can move closer. So first, the ogre is going to take a swing at the last person that hit, which will be Daikitsu.
Ouch.
That is a critical, and
Ooh, Jesus.
Daikitsu is now dying. And then, seeing that one foe has fallen, is going to turn around and swing at Yarra. Does a 25 hit you?
Yes, but it
Yeah.
is not critical.
Yep, so that's going to be 16 damage.
Okay.
Alright, Yarra is up.
All right.
Whiff.
I was gonna say,
I think.
if you want to shoot Daikitsu first with that healing round, go for it.
Yep, that's
It's
the
a
idea.
body. Alright, the second attack will hit for 5 points damage as you swing your great axe into his side. And the third attack will miss.
Wouldn't that be more because she's raging?
Yes.
7 damage, you're right. 8 damage. Okay.
First thing Saadi's going to do is shoot the life bullet at Daikitsu. Is that do I get some sort of kind of bonus to it since he's pro?
So,
And that's just like a D4 if it hits.
That's a D4 plus 1.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, so that 18 is going to hit, so that will do 4, so they are at 4 health as they come back around. Still
And
prone,
she's
though.
she's going to reload her rifle with just a normal round. So covered reload. Not that really matters. And shoot. Or 2. Ah.
That will miss the ogre.
Alright.
Alright, Drin, you're up.
So, someone gave me 2 bombs to use. I'm going to switch to the water bomb and throw it. What do I need? I need to roll the.
You roll your strength, as if you were throwing your javelin.
Yeah.
Just throw the javelin and we'll do the damage separate?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's just 2 damage on the water bomb. Let me check that really quickly.
Do you want to re-roll that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that will be a crit, although since the water bomb it's just 1 damage. But it does do splash damage, hitting Yarra for 1.
Oh. Look, I got a little wet.
Now comes the fun one. The electric bomb.
Go for it.
This is payback.
That will hit, so that's going to be
1d6 of electric. Do you
1d6.
get any bonus because it's, she's wet?
No, because that would have to be covered in the rules of the weapon. But go ahead and roll 1d6, and you ought to take 1 lightning damage.
Oh, look. I got a little zapped, too.
All right. Any other actions that you're taking?
I'll pick up my warhammer again.
All right, and that's it for you.
Yep.
Yule, you're up.
Sorry, I thought I was being a lot more clever than I actually was.
Hey, it's
No,
it's good thinking.
No, it is good thinking. Like,
All right. Do both those hit?
they do. How do you want to do this?
All right. You'll just aim for the forehead. I am not sorry about this, you lard. And let's fly 2 arrows, sticking her right in the eyes.
All right, and 1 shot, 1 kill. The ogre is down as the attack strikes true, killing the ogre, leaving you free to clean up. Now, with that, all is quiet in the field. And Daikitsu picks himself off the ground and breathes heavily as the strike hits. It'll take you some time to come down, Saadi, but what does everybody do?
Yule is a little bit weary. He's just sort of leaning up against his wolf. It's like, that fucking sucked.
Iori is going to drag the unconscious hobgoblin towards Daichi check.
Daikitsu raises up a hand and says, "Oh, I'm so glad that I thought better than to go to this alone. Tie that one up, and I'll take him to
Oh,
an
goddamn, I did it again.
Wait, what?
I'm moving between two monitors, and sometimes when I try to switch back to having Firefox be my active window, I usually catch it at like the very top right corner. I end up hitting the X to close it.
It's all good. What I was going to say is Daikitsu then says, go ahead and tie that one up, and I'll take care of them. It'll take me some time to question them, but I'll get the truth out from them. We'll find out where our fallen ally has. We'll find out where they are, and where they've sent them over to. Where they stored away the hero of the rebellion. And with that, the elf, who's really a kitsune, drinks a potion and without a word just ties up the dwarf and slings the rope over her shoulder.
Where are they going with Drin?
And Hobgoblin.
I'm sorry, Hobgoblin. So, how much did I say I owe you, Iori?
25.
Here. And with that, he hands over 25 gold pieces.
5 for each of us?
Total.
No, for the split.
What, you think he's made of money?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a rebellion. The rebellions are broke.
As soon as I find out what this hobgoblin knows, I'll dispose of the body and actually first the fox takes out a potion from their pouch and moves over to the ogre. And unless somebody stops them,
Can we raid its pockets first?
unless someone stops them,
Yule walks over and takes the potion. We'll dispose of the body.
very
We
well.
will.
Yule shows her the flask. Clearly, it's a body-eaten acid.
Exactly correct. Pour this onto the bodies when you're finished with them.
We'll do. Don't worry.
And with that, he drags them off, leg still shaking from the injury that he took, but in a singular focus, as if this is the only thing that matters. He drags the hobgoblin off and repeats again, "When I get the information, I'll contact you again for your help."
Okay.
Hold on. Before he goes, can Saadi just run up to him and insist on giving him medical care?
Give me a diplomacy check to see if he'll listen. Because he seems to be completely focused on this and this alone. He listens, and he will stop. Meanwhile,
yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yep. So I'm not going to have you roll since it's the end of the session. You spend some time and you fix them up, and they are better.
Cool.
And while you're doing this is what you find on the body. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to write it down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, each of us gets a 5 gold. Gets 5 gold from this here.
Oh, cool. Thank you for doing the math. My brain is not braining today.
All good.
I need what
And
you're
of
doing.
course, their weapons. If you want to know, so that's what you find that wasn't listed. But I can also give you the items that they have as well. So give me 1 second while I get that for you, because I accidentally closed those sheets because I am silly.
Wow, that's a
Uh,
lot of gold.
so can I get a verification on that gold number?
110 gold pieces, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
No, trust me,
Let's actually divide that gold instead of it going into the party fund.
Doing the math here.
22 gold each.
Yeah.
So this one will divide evenly between us, and then.
Yep.
Because I think the party fund is pretty.
It's got 46 gold at the moment.
Yeah.
Plus the silver.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, which is another 17 gold worth of silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, and I'm almost with the. Let me see, what was it? Where is it? There we go.
The charcuterie board is a good idea.
It's food
Right.
item here.
Yep.
And that's what the the equipment that everybody had as well.
Yep.
Charcuterie board.
Yeah. Yule takes those arrows. Bring them back up to like 40 arrows. Nice.
Is chain shirt like medium armor, heavy armor?
Let me go find out. Chain.
Could
Sure.
definitely sell any of the gear that we couldn't use.
It's
Yeah.
light. It's light armor,
Oh, interesting.
and it has the flexible quality. Basically, since it's flexible, you don't apply the penalty to athletics or acrobatics.
But it's noisy. You do take
Penalty to stealth if you're
Stealth.
wearing it.
Yeah, that's not good for Saadi. Not good.
I mean, since you're a sniper, you're not even going to be there.
Yeah, but I also get I get a +4 to dexterity bonus with my leather armor. I'd
Sure.
actually lose that with the chain.
Also, what if you gotta sneak into the sniper's nest?
That's good point. Good point. But yeah, so that's what you find. Since the end of the session and there are no events happening, I'll just tell you what the other items are. Since if 2 people are willing to not do any major actions for the day, then you can find out what the ring, if the ring is magical, and if the helmet is magical.
Sure.
Yeah. You'll and Yarra are gonna do that.
All right, so in that case, the rings are a pair of doubling rings and a dread helm.
Okay, what do the doubling rings do?
I'm finding out.
And what? I'm assuming the dread helm.
Basically, here's the fun part. The doubling rings, real quick. If you hold them, if you're wearing them and you're dual wielding, then the runes that are on one weapon automatically get copied to the other weapon.
Except I don't
Interesting.
dual wield. Okay.
Only for melee, though.
Oh, okay, never mind. Not interesting. That's very boring.
I don't think any of us in this
At least
party
it's
dual
good.
wield.
Well, you could sell it,
Yeah.
It's a 50 gold item. Yeah.
so you could sell it for 25.
Yeah. Let's do that and add it to the party fund.
All right.
What about the helm?
Dread helm. That faceplate of dread helm is a fierce vision, magnifies fear.
Eliminate up. You can take that.
Basically, you can install it with a dread ampule, and basically, when you bite into the ampule, it makes a fear mist around you, like a fear aura.
Can I wear that?
Yeah.
Sure.
And also, when you bite into it and activate it, it deals mental splash damage to everything around you, to 5 feet around you.
Sure, I'll take that.
All right. I am dropping the link to that right there.
Yeah. And I will put that in my inventory.
But so add the 25 gold to our
Party.
party funds there.
I think that we should call it here and just do the math on how much all this loot is worth between sessions.
Of course,
Yeah.
but what I was going to say is that 305 XP.
305 XP. I think that pushes me to level 4.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so Astrid, do you want to close it out here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and close it out. All right, guys. We will see you guys hopefully next week. I'm hoping to be streaming this week myself. Hoping. So everyone take care and have a great day. Bye.
Good night.
You'll take care.
Good night.